That shit confirmed it, dog. That shit just confirmed it, dog. What the fuck, man? I'm listening to this lady talk. And she said the same thing I've been saying, bro. I've been saying this shit, bro. Watch what she says. Watch.
I get that all the time. I didn't get it what I did to people to aggravate them. It just walked in the room. You had made it clear when they say that they can irritate someone's spirit. Yes. So it's not that you've done anything. It's just that their spirits irritate. They could be vibrating so low. You being on that high frequency just irks their nerve. You understand what I'm saying? It just aggravates the hell out of them. Yeah.
Bruh. You know what I'm saying? With the smoke, there's fire, bruh. That shit real, bruh. See, I always knew that, but to hear somebody with a high level of spiritual understanding say that shit confirms it for a nigga. I'm talking about getting like looks of disgust from strangers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people looking at you some kind of way, don't even know you. You ain't did nothing to them. You just walking by or just standing there minding your business. This is why I've been going through this all my life, bro. But see, with me, it's some spiritual shit, bro. And some of y'all may be going through that too. But I feel like it's different levels of this shit. Some people just, I don't think this applies to everybody who's going through some misfit shit. But some people, like, you could just tell in your spirit, like, it's a spiritual thing going on. Your aura really bothers people. That shit crazy. And then but then at the same time, it can attract people too. Certain like-minded individuals. So every now and then you'll meet somebody who kind of thinks like you and stuff. You know, like with me, it got to be somebody who kind of acts like me or thinks like me. It's not the majority, but every now and then, you'll come across somebody kind of cool. That's why I can never do well with bitches, bro. That's what I'm telling y'all. I've been telling y'all this. That's why I can't do good with these quote modern women and all that shit. There's no fucking way. Their mind is on other shit, superficial shit. I'm not gonna call them all dumb. A lot of them are dumb, but some are smart in their own way. But they focus on other things, other matters. That is different or opposing to what I'm on. My focus is on a whole nother level, man. So automatically it's gonna be friction. So even before a bitch even really even think to get to know me, or even the physical attraction part, the spiritual level, there's no match. It wouldn't be no match anyways. Before a bitch even judge I'm ugly or not to her, it's already gonna be spiritual friction. It's already out the picture. That's why I just leave bitches alone, man. As I be telling y'all too, this shit, it's a social thing, it's a spiritual thing. A lot of it's really a social thing. It's not just your looks, man. Your doppelganger, your twin out there who looks just like you is literally living his best life. It has nothing to do with your looks, bro. It's deeper than that. For those who struggle and say, "Oh, I'm ugly," or "Woman not attracted to me," it could be some truth to that. Maybe y'all ugly motherfucker. I don't know. You know yourself better than me, but I think it's deeper than that, man. I think it's some deeper shit, man. But I was just talking to myself just now. I'm looking at the chat right now. Finally away from that Mexican lady who liked me. Oh yeah. He said, especially at work when you have to deal with shitty managers. Hey, I called out of work today. I don't care, bro. I ain't get my check yet. I found out what the issue was. I called HR this morning. It got sent to an old lady's old address. And it's a gated community. She was able to go into the gate to this morning, but the people wasn't at the house. So hopefully they have the check. They have my mail. I'm not even sure if they even have. Hopefully they do. But she left a note and put it on their door and stuff. So now it's just a waiting game. And then I gotta wait the Friday to get paid and shit. I got the car lady. I know she irritated with me, man, but she been holding off, man, and looking out for me, and I appreciate that. But I got no insurance right now. I ain't gonna lie, like, cause I've been without some real money for weeks. It's not even my fault for real, man. It was just a little like a misinformation with the mailing address and all that. So I've been going to work. It's not like a nigga not working. It's my third week of working. What the fuck can I do if I ain't got my fucking check? It's not like I'm just sitting around being a bum. So that's what ticks me off, bro. You do productive shit still go wrong. So all I could do is wait. So I just called out of work today, man. I just said I had car problems. I could have just said I was sick or something, but it is what it is. I'm literally like my mind frame is not in the right place. It hasn't been low key. You know, I've just been at work low key stressing. Every time I think about the shit, it low key kind of stresses me out a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? I just try to like look past it or whatever, be mature. But some things it's justifiable stress. Some things it's just stress, bro. It's it's like I can't just completely overlook that shit. But he said Prince Creed Jackson. I kind of like that name. I might steal that. He said facts. Most of them don't have deep conversations. So you talking about women? Sometimes it's good to know your place in this shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been to my place though. I've always been aware of that since I was young. That's why I don't really trip about this misfit shit too much. I handle this shit a lot better than other people. That's why I come here, I crack jokes. I have good energy sometimes, you know, most times. Hey, I'm just on here to, I guess, vent and help y'all cope and get through the day too. I'm good. I've been on my place. So why don't they do direct deposit? Nah, the first they said the first check you get it goes through the mail. Your first check is a paper check. But there was a guy he kind of recently started, but he started before me. It's a black guy. Seemed pretty cool. But he said when he started, he got his check direct deposit. So I don't know. It is what it is. It's really not. I don't. It was a case of misinformation. That's really all it was. Good thing I called HR this morning. I was gonna, you know, I've been holding it in for like the past week. I was getting irritated, man. Every day just thinking about the shit. And it's like, man, one time I'm low. I barely got gas in my car, bro. So I just figured I'd just call out of work today, kind of stay stationary or whatever. It is what it is, man. I can miss out on a day of work. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I get this check. My check from the first week of working, my check from last week is coming Friday, direct deposit. So I got some shit to work off of once I do get my money coming in. Missing one day of work, you know, ain't gonna kill me. It is what it is, man. Fuck it. Then the mental stress low key is low key too much. I'd rather just chill out, man. And in this place, it's a 2 month gig, bro. They about to shut down on August 31st. I didn't know that till my first day of working. I'm thinking it was a regular job, like this gonna be a quote career opportunity. They told me on my first day, oh yeah, we're shutting down August 31st. Well, okay, that's the catch. Okay, I was fucking with the pay. Okay, they're paying $21 an hour. All right, that's what's up. And then my first day of training, the motherfucker said, "Oh yeah, we shutting down August 31st." Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But it's still enough time to get on my feet or whatever. I hate to have I hate to have to call out of work, so soon. But it's my third week, and then like I called out my first week or second week, and they don't know my situation, man. They don't know what I'm dealing with. I don't mind working. Ain't that? It's not because I don't want to go to work. I just feel like it's best for me just to stay stationary today and chill out. I could have went. I could have went. I didn't have to call out. Fuck it. But then too, sometimes people they'll turn on you, man. First time you quote slip up, they'll look at you different. You can show up to work every day. The first time you call out of work, now they look at you different. Jobs want you, they want your soul to be dedicated to coming to work. You are of useful existence as long as you show up and do what they want you to do. The moment you don't show up, the moment you call out for whatever reason, sometimes motherfuckers will turn on your ass. They'll start looking at you different. They only give a fuck about you because you going to work, pulling in them orders, whatever your job is. Your manager could turn on you. Your coworkers could turn on you. What up, J-Man? Yeah, I appreciate the cash out, man. Last week, appreciate that, man. What up, Jardo? Said America going through shit right now. Man, fuck America. Fuck America. I'm just playing. Nah, I ain't playing. Fuck America. I don't care about politics. I don't care about nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. I'm more focused on, I care more about spiritual shit. I don't care about no goddamn America. I just look at it as an individual thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I care about an individual. Fuck the country as a whole. I don't mind caring about certain individuals within the country. But all this help America stand back up and be strong and shit, man, fuck America. Plus, I'm black. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn America. My heart shouldn't be into this shit anyway. Just based off the history. The fuck I look like? That's for white people. Said take your mental health day. Yeah. You said you wish you was rich. Nah, just comfortable enough. Just comfortable enough. That would be good for me. He said America has always been going through shit. Are you back on semen retention? I've been on and off. Like I go a couple days and then I'll slip up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I go a couple days and I'll slip up. Like, before I went like over a month. I think I made it like 32 or 33 days, something like that. But since then, I just been like going off and on with it. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't no streak. But to be honest, I ain't worried about just this other stuff to worry about other than the semen retention. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying, like, I don't think semen retention should be the only goal or focus, or the only type of ascension or growth you're trying to do shouldn't be just semen retention. Like that's just one part of it. Being on semen retention, but you ain't trying to elevate in other areas. It's really, it doesn't matter. Don't get me wrong, it's powerful shit. It's good. The discipline part of it is good. But I'm not gonna condemn myself too bad if I'm not on semen retention. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say my life is over because I can't go 5 days without busting a nut. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that to myself, bro. There's other things I probably should be held accountable. I should be holding myself accountable for, other than puking at some goddamn porn every now and then. So don't worry about them, what you're doing today. So you can take off. So you don't have to explain, man. These bullshit ass jobs are so draining. Just showing up drains your energy. The job ain't too bad. No, I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't go in today. I couldn't do it today. I ain't gonna say I couldn't do it. I could have, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I just chose not to go. It was a deliberate decision. You know, like I said, it's a 2 month gig, bruh. It's a 6 point system. We get 6 points, they terminate you. I got 2 months, man, and I already got a good reputation already, which always happens. You know, they see I'm a good worker, keep to myself. You know what I'm saying? No quiet people at work that do the job. Those gonna be your best employees. I think managers know that. So I always kind of get respect on most jobs I go on. It really be my own downfall. It'd be my fault for my own downfall. I'll start calling out of work. I'll start not giving a fuck. I'm gonna be honest. It's never like the manager after me or some shit like that. I'm a cool dude for the most part. It'd be my own mental shit while I start fucking up on a job. I think most bosses will like a person like me. I just don't be giving a shit about the job after a while. I might go a couple months, and after that, I'll start losing motivation. Like, man, fuck all this. First time something to go my way, I get petty. Start slacking around. Don't give a fuck about this stupid shit anyway. He said, what up, Manuel? Said, knowing about the government is pointless. Yeah, I don't care about that shit, bro. I mean, like, if I was into, like, law and, trying to go into criminal defense or something, which I ain't gonna lie, I mean, that'd be cool. But I can't even tell you all these, what you call it? The statutes and these, government policies and shit. I just don't care about that shit. Hold up. Got an alert. Somebody trying to log into my Google account. It's crazy. I'm about to get a job at Golden Corral. My energy just started getting drained already. Oh yeah? Hey, Golden Corral, man. I went there a few months ago with my granddad for his birthday. It was just me and him just chilling out. Felt good, man. He getting old too, so one of the very few times just me and him eating out somewhere. And even with my social anxiety, man, I just like, fuck it, man. That should go out the window for my family. You're gonna look back at that one day once they gone and be like, now, and be glad, that you got to hang out and all that. Some motherfuckers let their anxiety and stuff prevent them from hanging out with family. End of the day, whether you close with them or not, man, they're not gonna be there forever. And you're gonna cherish those small moments, or you're gonna regret it if you don't, have those moments. You're gonna feel so bad letting your anxiety get in the way. So I'm on day 5 or 6, I think. So you gotta watch No Roads Left. He's a better loser, Maxine, and not all doomerish. He said, Prince, do you ever think of playing a lotto? Nah. He said on day 233. That's what's up, man. You still going strong. This nigga passed 200 days. Goku status, man. That's what's up, man. He said, we ain't meant to survive because it's a setup. And even though you fed up, you got to keep your head up. Tupac. He said, you still counting your reminder on your phone, counting a number on your phone. Yeah, he on 233 days of semen retention. That's what's up. Nigga, you better go Super Saiyan, bro. I got so much. I feel like I got so much power just being. I feel like it's a spiritual blockage I'm going through. I definitely got spiritual gifts. But shit, if I was on the amount of days of semen retention you are, man, girl, man, shit, you'll catch me in this bitch going Super Saiyan. Fuck that. I wouldn't be using that shit. I'm not saying you are, but I wouldn't be trying to look for no attention from bitches and nothing like that. I'm going to the astral world. Fuck that. Fuck these low vibrational hoes. I'm seeking a greater purpose. He said, a message sent from above. I have been told to convey this message with everyone here on earth by a being of light whom goes by the name of Archangel Michael. Do not worry, everything will be okay. Look, man, I don't. If you talking about if you connected with Jesus and all that, I don't fuck with that shit. I'm sorry, big dog. But hey, I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. I don't fuck with that Jesus shit, bro. He said, my coworker keeps being on some shady shit. We was once cool when I first got the job back in February, but now she switched up. She even told on me in a meeting with manager over some petty shit. I can't stand snitching ass coworkers, man. I hate when you at work, I hate when you're at work and you kind of casually slacking, not, slacking completely. You just kind of, let's say you just laying low, chilling a little bit, slowing down, not trying to break your back. And then you happen to look over and a coworker staring at you and shit. Well, let's just say you kind of pull out your phone or whatever. And then, like me, I always kind of peep the scenery or whatever because I never want to be caught off guard. I want to be able to kind of tell who the fuck possibly could have been, you know, keeping an eye on me. So you'll look up and see a random coworker just staring at you and shit, you know. So if the manager or supervisor does have a talk with you down the road, you'll know possibly who told on your ass. That's why I do that. I kind of have to keep an eye out on who the fuck might fucking try to rat on me. Fucking bitch. He said, if you're gonna play the lottery ticket, you're gonna end up like Bow Wow. Bow Wow. Lottery ticket. Bow Wow the GOAT. He said, that's why from the jump, I told my coworker, if I catch y'all sleep, I'm not saying shit. Motherfuckers already know. They look at me, they could tell. I ain't gonna tell. I don't even look like a snitch. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do. Hey, I'm staying out the way. Ain't gotta worry about me telling, man. Only way I ain't gonna lie, only possible way I probably tell, and I still won't tell, but I'll be tempted. Like if it affects me personally, if I'm back to a corner, bruh, and I had absolutely nothing to do with it, and I'm getting in the hot seat, I ain't gonna lie, I might feel some way, because then I might start to think, well, damn, would that person tell on me if they was back into a corner? And I feel like most people would. You might be the cool person, look out for somebody else, but they might not do the same for you in return. So that thought might make me bitter, low key, and just thinking people ain't shit anyway. So I might be like, man, fuck them. That's the only way I could probably see myself snitching on somebody, if you want to say, snitching. But motherfuckers be quick to do your ass, man. You look out for them. When it comes to you, they'll tell on your ass in a heartbeat. And you got them motherfuckers who like to tell just to have. They want to hear themselves talk. Can't stand them motherfuckers. They like to hear themselves talking shit. Or they want validation from the boss. I think that's what the other dude did for that security job I was at. He want to be hero. He want to play hero on both sides. So he told on me, but then he came to me and told me that he was looking out for me. He didn't tell me he told on me. I just figured it out. I started putting two and two together. He came to me like, yeah, man, they was thinking about firing you, man. I was like, nah, 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 nah. But the whole time, the only reason they knew about some shit because you told in the first place. You conniving snake ass nigga. That's how you play the hero. You tell on them and then you prevent it. And then you go to the person you told on and then play it like, you know, yeah, man, I saved you, man. I saved you, dog. Yeah, all right, give you some dap, bruh. They almost came with you, man. Had to tell them to fall back, bruh. Looking ass. It make them feel good about it. It make them feel good about themselves. And then it might make you validate them like, yeah, man, I appreciate it, bruh. I appreciate you for looking out for me, man. And you a real one, man. We ain't got much of those around here no more. Yeah, for sure, big dog. I got you, dog. Looking ass. He said, he said, work snitches are the worst. He said they be joking like, y'all off your phone the whole time they be sitting. Hey, that's some real shit. Yeah, bro. Like they would be joking. Yeah, that's a good. Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. That's some real shit. That's how you know somebody probably about to snitch on your ass. Watch out for that person that be joking. They joking about some shit that's to do with you. Let's say, for example, like you said, you're on your phone and you're not supposed to be on your phone technically. You got a coworker that's like, let's say it's a white woman. Let me use a white woman. They be the main ones. I see on your phone. Oh, somebody's on their phone. Yeah, watch out for her. She about to snitch on your ass. Trying to laugh it off, Miss Betty. I see you on your phone. Yeah. All you do in them situations, just be like, oh, no, I'll just, you know what I'm saying, just brush that shit off. Matter of fact, don't even say nothing. You could just kind of like slightly laugh or smile a little bit and just turn away from her, just go on about your day. Put your phone in your pocket, out of sight, out of mind. Get the fuck out of her eyesight. And don't let her see on your phone again. Just if you gonna get on your phone, don't get on it around that person. Stay the hell away from them. That joking shit, that shit be a cover up. And then too, if you smile, if you laugh and smile like they joke, that gives them more comfort to snitching your ass. Cause they say, okay, he laughs at jokes. He's easily, you know, he gave in pretty easily. He validated my little joke, so I can snitch on him. He doesn't seem like a threat, a harmful guy. He seems like a friendly guy. But he said, my uncle said I have a ride to a woman at Golden Crowd to talk to. He said, but if a push comes to shove, I might talk to Hispanic or something. Oh yeah, oh you saying you gonna have some female coworkers? You gonna talk to them? Nothing wrong with that. He said a lot of they be walking to work. I don't know. Oh yeah. He said they even went home for a couple of minutes. He said, all right, they'll tell or even make up lies to get you in trouble. Most times it's the women who are doing, oh yeah, yeah. Watch out for them women at the workplace. Watch out for them hoes. Watch out for them hoes, man. They be women most times. Dudes that do it too. And mainly women. I ain't gonna lie, mainly women is gonna rat your ass out. Especially if you black, if women of other races, they definitely gonna rat your ass out. Now some are cool. I ain't gonna lie, some are cool. Cause I've worked around all kind of, you know, black women, Spanish women and stuff. Sometimes Spanish women be cool too. It depends. Sometimes they'll be cool. It really boils down to how they view you at the end of the day. That's all this is about. How they perceive you. If they feel like you're a cool dude, they'll let shit slide. Or they find you kind of slightly attractive. Not saying, you know, they want to fuck you, but if they find you kind of handsome or something, they might let it slide. It depends. And it depends on the situation. Sometimes people, they probably ain't gonna snitch on you if they feel like you're a cool dude. It could be an inside joke of y'all's, like, oh shit, don't tell nobody. Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing. But he said I was snitch for 5 million. Oh yeah, hell yeah, fuck that. Nah, it depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. Now, if we on some street shit and all that, I'm not no gangster. But if it was in some street shit, and if I had to write out my homies for $5 million, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I couldn't do it, bro. I'm talking about if they real friends. It's not me. I couldn't do it, bro. As tempting as the thought of it sounds, I couldn't do it. My character and my integrity it couldn't allow me to do it. You know, I just couldn't do it. Some people will do it, man. And I can't even judge them. Me personally, I couldn't send my homies to prison for $5 million, man. That's a lot of money, bro. And Lord knows I need that. I just couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it. Nah, we don't got no ties, connection. That's a different story. I don't know. I still can't even say I'll do it, but eh, eh. He said, Mars said about the snitch that she already told on you at least twice. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he said they ain't about the snitch. They probably done already told on your ass. Nah, work snitches, they the worst. Work snitches should get the worst stitches. That should be a shirt. Work snitches should get the worst stitches. I seen one video. It's a black dude. He had his coworker. I guess they had some work problems, some work beef. They saw that shit in the bathroom, man. Like, man, and shook hands. Come in this bathroom, bro. Let's go in the bathroom. Saw this shit. They go in there, box it out for about 30 seconds. Hey, all right. You cool? You cool? Yeah, man. All right, bro. All right. We good? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We good. Hey, sometimes, some people feel like that's the best way to settle it. Shit, some coworkers might need that shit, man. We could make it safer though. Let's put on some pair of boxing gloves. Go right there in the conference room somewhere where nobody at. I don't know. A private room somewhere at the workplace. Box that shit out. We good? All right, we good. All right. He said, I remember something got stolen. Some money got stolen from Cracker Barrel. I was a dishwasher and everybody that was over there, I don't know why they picked me. Oh, damn. See? And that's the thing, too. Like, I'm not saying you was new in that case. Sometimes when you a new employee, you're more subject to getting accused of something. If something happens, if something go missing, you know, like for example, there's a locker room at this job. Let's just say somebody's stuff go missing out the locker room. They're automatically gonna look at me because I'm like the newest one that started working there. They would have to. And I'm not saying they would physically accuse me to my face, but they're gonna think it. They might think it like, hey, I don't know, man. I don't know about bruh, man. He did just start. I don't really know him like that. That's how they gonna feel. Because they don't know me. And I don't know them. Now, it go both ways, bitch ass nigga. I don't know you. But I ain't no thief. I know that. But they don't know that. They don't know that. And I can't even really get mad about that. But I mean, it would infuriate me. Because I know who I am. I don't steal people's shit. That's just not me. I can't stand a thief. I ain't gonna lie. But it'd be like that. But yeah. So yeah, outside of work, I don't really got nothing else going on. Um, I'll tell y'all. I'm not gonna make a video. I don't really care to make videos about this. It's not like super big. I ain't gonna say it's not super big. It probably is something big. The little vision I had the other night about porn. If it was about porn, it's something about along the lines of lust and porn. But anyways, for the couple that care to hear it. But I was getting my hair done by an old lady. I was sitting on the ground. She was on the sofa. I was in between her legs. I'm not like that, but I was facing the TV. She was doing my hair, putting a little twist in my hair. And I went to a meditative state. I got kind of tired and shit. So, my eyes closed and low key, but I'm awake. And I saw a vision. I get these sometimes, they come randomly. But I saw a vision as clear as day. It wasn't my thoughts. That's how I know it's, you know, a vision, external, external images. But it was two big booty women. Now I ain't gonna lie. At first, I did introduce the thought in my head. I did think about some ass, low key. I ain't gonna lie. I did introduce the thought, but then after that, it became out of my hands. Some other shit came into play in my mind. It was two big booty women, right? Asses in the air. I'm talking about, I'm looking at they, I'm a freaky ass now. I'm looking at they asshole, they pussy. They just big old butts, man. And then it's like a movie. The camera, the view shifted off of them, and it shifted to a distance past the women. It like kind of turned from the woman asses, and I see in the distance, I saw this snake looking at me from behind a wall, bruh. It's like you just sitting there. It was like a green and yellow snake, like a green top, yellow bottom. You probably could look it up, the type of snake. But it was just sitting there looking at me. It wasn't hissing at me. It didn't have its tongue out or nothing like that. It was just looking at me, just casually, just looking at me. It was kind of like half his face was behind some kind of wall or cinder block, some shit, and it was just looking at me. And then boom, it was just quick. That's all it was. It was a quick vision, like 6-7 seconds, and I saw it clear as day. I'm like, oh shit. So when I was able to get a chance, I wrote that shit down on my notebook. I don't know what the fuck it meant. I've been trying to interpret it. I've been trying to figure out the meaning behind that. But why the fuck was there a snake looking at me after there was an image of some big booty woman right there in my face? And then it turned, and then it kind of zoomed in the distance, and I see the snake just looking at me. Almost like that's the culprit behind the shit. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I told my brother on the phone the other night. We talked on the phone about an hour about different spiritual shit. Cause he tapped into like higher consciousness and all that type shit too. But he don't have visions and shit, but he know a lot. Like a lot about history of religion, the bullshit of pagan religions and all that. So we had a good conversation on the phone, crack jokes, all kind of shit. But I told him about that vision. He's like, bro, that's some deep shit, bro. And the fact that you saw colors, I was like, yeah, bro, the snake was just sitting there looking at me, man. And then, like, I had been asking my spirit, like, what's the deal with this lust stuff, man? I ain't gonna lie. I asked this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I asked this shit while I was watching porn. Probably about 6 days ago. Oh yeah, I ain't perfect. But I was looking at some porn. I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. 'Cause you know what I'm saying? Like, a part of me really want to know, like, what's the deal behind this shit, man? Like, what's the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I was talking to myself one day in the grass. I was just sitting out in the grass, barefooted. I'm trying to get more grounded with the earth, nature type shit. I'm trying different things. And I was just talking to myself with my spirit, like, man, what's the deal with certain things? I want to know the meaning behind certain things in this life, da da da. You know what I'm saying? Just having the vulnerable conversation with my higher self. And a few days later, I had that vision or whatever. It was clear as day. When I say vision, like, it's literally what I mean. It's like images. It's like a video image that plays in your head. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not my thoughts, because it's definitely not something I would thought about. Like, I had one of old lady a few nights before that one. I went upstairs, laid down. I came home after work. I laid down in the dark room. Old lady was asleep on the couch where she always be at. I went upstairs. I laid down and I saw her walking in a line of people. And she was happy. She was waving at me. She was excited. Like she was graduating from something, or she was getting accepted into something. Either or. And that, like, just like the other ones, like 6 to 7 second vision. and she walked by me and she was smiling. She seemed real happy, and it was so real to where I responded to it the whole time as a vision. But I'm physically like I'm kind of nodding my head like, I did my little nonchalant, little nod like oh, and then I had to open my eyes like oh shit, like it wasn't a dream because I was wide awake. And I told her about it like oh yeah, I had a vision. You know what I'm saying? You was in a line of people and you was getting accepted into something. She's like oh, I said well, I guess I got something to be excited about. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? I think people don't really understand it. Like I'm not bullshitting, but like yeah, I really had a vision though. But he said that snake was the Kundi. I told my, I told my brother, I told my brother that on the phone, bro. I was like nah. I was like nah, I don't think, because I know that Kundalini does represent the snake. I thought about it. Jamal. I really thought about it, but I was like nah. I don't know, bro. It could be. I don't know. It could have been. I don't know. I don't think it was because the way the snake was looking. Because the Kundalini is the serpent. All Kundalini is the sexual energy inside of your spine, the base of your spine. It's just sexual raw energy force. But the way that vision showed it, it didn't really give that. The snake was kind of being conniving. It was just sitting there looking at me, you know, after I had basically was observing these big booty women. I'm talking about naked asses all up in the air. There was two of them side by side. Then I looked in the distance, saw a snake looking at me from behind a wall. I don't think that's the Kundalini, bro. That's some other shit. I think the snake represents something else in that vision. You said, bro, I just searched that shit up and that might be warning, bro, of a spiritual attack. You may have some type of wisdom. It could be some attack. I thought about that too. I've been trying to piece together the thing for a couple of days. I think about it randomly. I don't think on it too much, but you said it was a snake in my garage a month ago. It scared the fuck out of me. He said, Dean is saying it's Kundalini. He said they have a rodent pellet gun on Amazon for sale. Because I think it's the coon. You think it's, yeah. He said that's why I hate this time of year of summer. Because I'm thinking like, because the less, it depends on how you look at it. It depends on perception and what you believe in. Of course, if you think of like a Christianity mindset, you'll think of lust as a bad thing. But in other spiritual systems, lust, your sexual force energy is not necessarily bad. It's a part of who you are. You're literally made from the same fucking, raw life energy force. So it doesn't, I don't know. It's like, it depends on how you look at it. That's really the answer I was trying to get from the spirit. Like what's with lust though? Like, I want to know, is it bad? Now I'm thinking porn. I'm gonna be honest. I do think porn is low vibrational. Obviously, that can't be right just watching people have sex on a video. But then again, who am I to say? I don't know. It feels bad. I'm going off of how I feel in my spirit, but I don't have the facts. I don't know for sure. Of course, don't be sitting there letting the shit overtake you the way you can't control it. And you're sitting there watching that shit every day, all day. Obviously, that's bad, But then again, I can't say that's bad. If somebody want to do that, that's their life. That's like with drugs. Like, it's obviously low vibrational. That's how I look at it. But I just can't judge nobody for what they do. That's the level of spiritual maturity I'm at right now. I don't really judge people for real. For certain things. I can crack jokes about it. I can feel some way about it personally, but that's my personal feelings. That's how I personally feel. How you feel, that's your opinion. That's how you personally feel. That's not the overall truth. I don't know. I don't know how to judge that. Am I right to judge it? I don't know. I don't even judge gay people. I mean, it's like, what I'm saying? Nah, the hell with that gay shit. But it's like, what I'm saying? Like, man, obviously, it's a yin and yang. You know, it has to be a feminine energy and a masculine energy. So two men getting it on together, it just don't. That's just nature. It's not. It doesn't go right. But I'm not gonna sit around and judge gay people, man. You know what I'm saying. I used the word faggot and stuff. I ain't gonna lie. You know, from time to time, you know, when I'm referencing the gay people, you know what I'm saying. I might get pissed off if I'm on a dating app and there's a dude trying to like my profile. Like, bitch, what are you doing? I'm on here for looking for women. So I might get mad and say some shit. But you know, in real life, I'm not gonna sit there and sit on the corner and point at gay people all day and laugh at them like, he's gay. Look at you, he's gay. He's stupid. Like, I'm not gonna do that, bro. It's like, you know, that's their life. If they want to be gay, fuck it. Just keep that shit away from me, homie. You know what I'm saying? But he said lower chakras, aka hell is real. Oh, hell, hill. And I'm finding out with this money thing, your root chakra is connected to your money. So people who having money issues and stuff, unless you just having no structure in your employment life, you know, no stability in your work life. Outside of that, if you've been trying to work and just trying to build for yourself and you just constantly struggling, it could be a generational curse or it could be your chakra, man. Your root chakra, you know, is connected to your money. It's not open. I think people got generational curses on them too. Some shit that's passed down to really out of your control. You're probably not even aware of it. You taking on accountability of all that shit when it's really not even all your fault for real. Your dad or your mama or your grandpa, some might have had the same issues and that shit get passed down to you. Or whatever that issue may be. It goes so deep to where, let's say your parents smoked drugs, like smoked, and they got stress from smoking. You know, that stuff get passed down to you as a child, even if you don't smoke. That stuff in their DNA, you know, that stuff get passed down the bloodline in your lineage. And that stuff will run in your blood. And you'll grow up with chronic stress, chronic depression, because your parents was dealing with that. And you may never even touch a drug in your life. But your mom or your daddy might have been a drug addict or something, you know. That's why people talking about something. I want babies. I want a kid. Like, you know, but if you know you mentally fucked up, why are you trying to pass that shit on to your child, bro? You know you ain't right in the head. You know you ain't right in the head. You want a baby, bro? That's just selfish. You know what I'm saying? Just out here just having more mentally fucked up kids, man. Unless you gonna do the work and mentally heal first, you know. But if you know you're not right in the head, you trying to have a kid, that's just kind of fucked up. And your kid gonna grow up to resent your ass once he find out the truth. Well, my daddy was fucked up, my mama was fucked up. I'm going through this because my fucking parents. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? All because you want to bust a nut. Or, I don't know. And motherfuckers bringing their kids into poverty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bring your kids into poverty, horrible situation. Because you want to be laid up here lusting and shit. I mean, it's part of life, but goddamn. Like, your kid growing up struggling financially. He get his first job. Nigga 17, still in the house. You trying to leech off his paycheck and shit. Because you brought him to this fucked up poverty situation. If you in this house, you working, you got to give me some of your paycheck. That nigga 16, 17 got his first job in high school. You trying to get half that nigga paycheck. You trying to make it seem like he obligated to pay your ass rent. He ain't actually be here. Now, if he over 25 and shit, I can understand. Nigga like 16 to 19, come on, man. I kind of went off rambling right there, but let me see. He said, your consciousness is trying to tell you that devil and the evil is lurking, Prince. Be careful. He said, go to one festival, though. Oh, this summer? Go to one. What up, Don Juan? He said, bro, I've been having angel numbers ever since I did one of my ancestors did a reading about your psychic gifts. He said, I think you might be right, Prince. I'm 27 and been single for a while. I might just not get married. Plus, marriage basically is a contract between you, the woman, and the government. The struggle love is bullshit. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of women ain't really fucking with that struggle love. Now, let's say like a hood bitch or whatever, and they got their own little shit. They don't mind trying to fix a nigga, but he gotta be her exact type. And she gotta feel like, oh, Daquan gonna change. I got Daquan. He good with me. Outside of that, woman ain't like most women ain't trying to do that struggle love shit. Not nowadays. Maybe back then when love was quote more real. Nowadays, why they gonna do struggle love and they can find somebody else who got their shit together? It won't make sense. It's like, well, Savvy got Oreo, man. He said some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I defended him several times, but he said sometime about he said stuff about, oh, these women nowadays, they don't want to build with you, da 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 da. And it's like, that's a personal thing. They'll actually build with somebody. You just, we all know it gotta be a certain type of nigga. But they're not gonna build with your ass. That's not me, trying to be. I'm just being real. Like, they just not gonna build with you. That don't mean women I heard don't contribute or go 50-50. Yeah, he'll make videos talking about women don't go 50-50. Oh yeah, they will. That's just internet, bro. That's social media hype. A woman in real life, sometimes they will go 50-50. The woman I heard, they'll take care of their man. Don't believe that bullshit. A woman don't do this and that. Yes, they do. Real niggas know what it is. As long as you the Pookie and Ray or Tyrone in that situation, a woman, she'll bend her back for you. She'll give you some of her paycheck. She'll look out for you. She'll pay for the bill when y'all go out to eat. Just go watch a lot of hood niggas. They know. A woman don't go 50-50 in my ass. But he said that I have future dreams about the future in the past. I felt like I've been there too. I had 1 years back of Egypt. I've been in different places. Yeah, you better tap in, man. And yeah, that's good, man. Keep focusing on them ancestors, man. Cause I'm just not getting into that. I'm gonna start contacting my ancestors, man. I'm getting into ancestral worship. All that stuff they've been telling me to look away from, and it's bad and all that. I'm going to it. Go, what the fuck you trying to keep me from? All the other shit, that wasn't it. Harvesting my energy on that bullshit. That's why most church people broke. Going through the financial stress and shit. And I'm saying that shit could be so strong. That shit. And I told Kid this on the phone a couple years back about that stuff, man. It's like that you could be, even if you walk away from that church and all that. Yeah, I used to go to church, man. I was brought up in the church. But I don't go no more. Like, even if you walk away, that energy still be on your life. You know what I'm saying? That energy could be on your life and you'll be constantly struggling, bro. Why are most church people financially struggling? Most people in the church are sick, walking around with diseases and stuff. And it just don't add up, bro. But he said, is that why most black people can't be successful unless they play sports or become some entertainer or rapper? Oh no, you could be successful. Now it depends on the context. You talking about with women. There's plenty of productive black men out here who are doing successful things. They're scientists, they're surgeons, doctors, attorneys. There's plenty of black people, man, in all fields and industries. But if you talking about with women, yeah. All right, now you might gotta be a rapper or some shit, an athlete. It just depends what you're talking about. Not saying you can't get women as a regular black guy, but for the most part, yeah, you do got certain stereotypes to meet. But he said Prince having visions like Raven Simone. Yeah. I thought about that earlier. I was gonna use it as an example. It's literally like that. Like it literally, I don't have them as much. Like it ain't like an everyday thing. But sometimes, like I ain't gonna lie. The other night I came home and lay down. And kid you not, I closed my eyes. And I'm talking about I just kept seeing flashes, like just different images flashing in my mind. They wasn't too distinct where I could really make out what it was, but I knew I was seeing shit. It was just rapid, just back to back. But but sometimes I have a clear image or clear vision, and I have to try to jot it down. Like as far as dreaming, like dreaming and visions are different. Dreaming is like it's something everybody could do. Just people don't know it because sometimes people are just brain fog. But everybody technically dreams, you know. Like I dream every night, but when I wake up, I forget it. Sometimes I remember it, but a lot of times I forget. And I think it's probably something to do with my diet or something. I don't know. Because the level of consciousness I'm on right now and this spiritual thing I'm doing, like my dreams are coming in like crazy every night. But then I wake up and I forget the shit. I'd be mad like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I remember it. It just depends. But you said Daquan. I had to think of a Pookie Rare name. Daquan. Daquan. Prince back. Not trying to flex. I'm just keeping it real. So that's why I'm not. He said, that's why I'm not procreating with a black woman. I think majority of black women low-key despise us. Damn. He said, black women do not despise black men. Nah, I don't. I'm going to say the majority of black women do like black men. But I do think there are a good portion of black women that do despise black men. I'm assuming you're a black woman. Just because you don't despise a black man, you might have a black man in your life, or you might want one. That don't mean other black women feel how you feel. A lot of black women out there do despise black men. Just look at how they treat them. Just as simple as an example of customer service. A white man, Spanish man come up to the counter. A black woman all vulnerable, transparent, outgoing, easygoing. As soon as a black man step up, she get closed off, and sometimes they'll even show attitude. Like I done heard too many niggas say this for it not to be true. Everybody ain't lying. Ain't even something to lie about. The sisters they show the other guys love, but soon as a brother come up, she looking like you done ruined her day. Like I mean I don't know what you call that to me. Like, that sound like some kind of despise to me. They got in a bad experience with a nigga, a black dude, and they just take it out on most black dudes. You know. But I feel like most women just despise anybody they want to sleep with anyway. If you're not simping for them, or if you don't fit what they find sexy, they probably gonna despise. That's just women, period. That's just my observation. I could be wrong. I think women just despise anything with a dick in between their legs that they not willing to fuck. And I can't. It is what it is. Maybe I can't even blame them for being that way. But the church ain't helping you. It's destroying you. It's itself. Yeah. That church, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. It just don't add up. It don't add up, bro. And this comes from somebody who grew up in that shit, bro. And I told y'all plenty of times I went hard with that shit years ago. When I look back at it, bro, like it just don't add up. But Hotep ancestors, worshippers be broke too. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they be broke too. I feel like it's a certain way you got it, because sometimes people join stuff just to be a part of something. Like I don't think people heart be into it. It's just to sound cool, and it's like some passport bros type shit. Just be a part of a culture or some shit. Like I don't know, man. I feel like your heart gotta be into it. You gotta be called to that shit. Not just walk around with some Wakanda looking ass clothing on that look cool and stuff. You know. I think religion, period, keep your ass at a certain, uh, I'll say low vibration, man. It can keep you broke, confused. That stuff could be turned to religion too. Hotep and all that, that's a religion as well. He said, I've heard so many church women talk shit about somebody's kids and how nappy their hair be. Nappy head. Nappy head baby kids. He said, my dreams been so crazy lately. I just know one of them I was fighting tigers. I think waking up early kills your dreams. Yeah, but I think you wake up when you're supposed to wake up. Unless somebody came in and abruptly woke you out of your sleep, you know. I think when you wake up, it's just how it just be. You know how you have a dream, you ever had a nightmare and you just wake up at the right time? I think you're just supposed to be that way. Or you know, the worst ones be them sex dreams, man, or a dream where you're feeling intimacy, passion. Those be the worst, man, because you wake up from it and you be like, damn, that was a dream. It feels so fucked up, especially if you're not getting that in real life. And them love dreams be so fucking powerful, man. They be so real and vivid. You can feel it with all your five senses. And you wake up lonely as hell. Like, fuck. I'm talking about you and the girl probably just leaning in for a kiss and your ass will wake up. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I hate that shit, bro. Because I feel like you're teasing me. You know? But it's almost like it's a part of your subconscious that desires that. It desires it. But he said there's a reason for that. It's trauma from upbringing. Especially if they grew up in poverty. Men in our community tend to be aggressive, so we are scared to be nice. It could be taken wrong. It's not right, but that's the reason. Yeah, yeah. Look, I mean, I'm not a woman, you know, so you know whatever you say, maybe it's justifiable. I'm not going to disregard it. I'm not going to be ignorant to it. It's I mean, I get where you're coming from, you know. But then again, you think it's trauma bonding too as well because you said aggressive. Why do a lot of black women get with aggressive dudes? Maybe that links to trauma bonding as well, right? You know, you brought up trauma. So under the same breath, you could say that's why a lot of black women get with certain dudes. Because that's all they know how to associate with. You ever thought about that? Like they get with it and then they complain about it. Like it's like they hate it but love it at the same time. You know, nice guys are boring. You know what I'm saying? Until your ass is 40 and up, maybe going to church or something. Now you want a nice guy, a stepdaddy looking ass dude, Baldwin looking ass dude, Elmer from Looney Tunes looking ass dude. But before that, you ain't want nothing to do with that type of guy. In your prime, you want a certain type of guy. It just is what it is. And you know, hey, maybe that's just the way it's supposed to be. I don't complain about nothing bitches do. I just stay the hell out the way. That's my motto. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. I'm aware of it, and I just stay the fuck out the way. I'm not gonna be like red pill dudes and stuff and whine about everything women do, hoping they change. You know, he's like people do all these videos hoping women to watch it and feel some kind of way. Like man, they don't give a shit. Yeah, women only want bad boys. They only want street guys, man. They only want street guys, dog. Like, bruh, you're not gonna make women get some guilty conscience. You might get one or two, like the one here in the comment, and here in the chat, BHA 2025. You might get a couple in your comment section that, you know, we're not all like that. We're not all like that. No, I don't like those type of guys. Most women, you know, women don't give a shit, bruh. They gonna continue to fuck the guys they want to fuck. And it is what it is. You shouldn't feel no way about it. I mean, I ain't gonna say that, but you gonna stretch yourself out. Sitting there trying to change women and make them feel bad. They don't give a shit. They still got a pussy that need to be satisfied. It's only gonna get satisfied off that rough, rugged, street, edgy energy. I'm gonna be honest. That's just what it is, bro. That's what women get wet for. you know. But he said, "Damn, you was a pastor?" Nah, I wasn't a pastor, but I was my granddad's a pastor, so I'm very connected, bruh. I know all about the church. Can't nobody tell me nothing about no Jesus. I'm just being honest, bruh. I grew up on that. I don't say that to sound like I know. I've been in that environment all my life. On my dad's side, my granddad is a pastor. My real dad don't even go to church since he was little because he watched and I love my granddad. It's not I ain't gonna say too much, but he just watched how it was growing up. I feel like at some point at a young age, my dad knew it was bullshit. Not because he didn't think there's no higher power. I think he just felt like the politics of how the church is, how people are, and that's why a lot of people don't entertain church. They kind of see the culture for what it is and how people act, the hypocrisy, you know, the delusions a lot of church people have, and they rather stay away from it. You know, but my mom's side, yeah, they go to church and stuff. They go to like a predominantly white church type stuff. I'll say it's more of a mixed church. I'll say it's more white, but kind of mixed. Yeah, it's just it's just all they know. You know what I'm saying? You can believe what you want to believe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to bash nothing. I'm just saying for me personally, what I know, the history I've studied, and me having like certain spiritual gifts, I can't entertain certain things, but I just can't do that to myself. I've done the study. I don't go to church just to feel good. Like I'm in this on some real shit. I don't go to church just off of tradition and trying to feel good off of emotions. I'm past that. I'm not that naive, bro. You can't just tell me some shit and make me just think, okay, I'm gonna go with that. Hell no. Been there, done that. Like I said in my community post, motherfucker try to tell me about Jesus and all. That's cool, man. But until your ass go to your local street, your local mall, and try to reach them, don't come to me over the internet typing some shit about. No, I don't want to hear that shit. There's somebody down your street you ain't approaching. Your ass inside the house. Your crusty ass, Cheeto licking ass fingers, typing on your phone about some shit. I don't care to hear. Tell neighbor this shit. The fuck? He said they won't control Prince. What? He said He said, bro, if it's a bad experience, like I said, it's either she chose him or she tried to change him and it didn't work. She said it's best to stay single. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But it's from what I've seen on TikTok, it's on both sides though. A lot of women are staying single, and a lot of dudes. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of dudes are forced to be single. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of dudes are forced to be single. A lot of dudes wouldn't mind getting with mid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's more the women with the higher standards, bro. I think it's the woman with the. A lot of men, low key, they would entertain an everyday basic chick, unless it's a guy with options, obviously. But see, that's the man that woman want to entertain them. The men that woman want, not sitting around waiting for them because they don't got to. They got their own woman. They dealing with, so they overlook everyday average guys. But then a lot of women feel like most guys are just ugly anyway. And I think it's a mixture of maybe a lot of guys aren't taking care of themselves, but maybe it's the woman's standards are so high that the average man is just damn near invisible. It's just like he's probably looking to the best of his ability, but it's not enough to catch her eyes. Because what she sees on the internet and social media is in a whole nother league. It's just the algorithm of the dating game is all fucked up, bro. It's all fucked up. And you can't tell nobody who to be attracted to. If they're not attracted to you, they just not attracted to you. You're not entitled. It is what it is. You just gotta accept it. I think it's just a hard pill for people to swallow. But most men would just Like me personally, I'm gonna be honest. Dating wise, and I don't even have experience with long term relationships, but I'm gonna be honest. If I had to date a girl, I'm talking about long term, be with her 5 years or more, I'm gonna be honest. She gotta be at least a 7 out of 10, at least a 7, 7.5, at least. I'm just being honest, cause sex is important, bro. I gotta be able to get intimate and feel that adrenaline every time. I don't think I can feel that with a 6 or a 5. I'm just being honest. Now, a one night stand, I'll fuck a 4 out of 10. It's a one night stand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not kissing. I just fucking from the. Anyways, I say that to say, I can go outside and see women that look good, but she not bad. I think women be wanting men who are fine to them. Like he need to be fine. Like you know, to entertain them at any, like whether it's to fuck them or to date them. I think men go outside and just tell them, so most women don't look that bad. You got some that are busted, some are ugly, but the average woman outside, she look alright. Some men will deal with that. My preferences, I might be just picky, but I think most guys, they'll deal with it. Regular chick. Most women they see, they might feel like, okay, she's not bad. I'll deal with that. But I think most women, they standards are just, it's either this and I'd rather be single. But you got guys out here, man, they get dressed up, they get haircuts, and they go out and they can't get no attention, man. A lot of them, they just drink and smoke just to kind of distract themselves. A lot of them really be delusional, man. It was just maybe a good thing. I think they tell themselves a number game or, I get it one day. But I think deep down they know that the woman not feeling them like that, but they just can't accept it, you know. And those typically are the guys that aren't on the internet like that. Like y'all watching live streams like this, or you watching doomer content or black pill or red pill shit, you're not gonna think the same way as a guy who doesn't entertain this kind of stuff. They not on the internet like that. They just go outside, they get rejected, and they just like, okay, cool. They go home, do they copes, and they back out in the field again. So you might get rejected and be like, yeah, nah, that's it, bro. I knew it, man. Nobody likes me, man. They just want Chad Tyrell, man. You got a different mindset about it. Other dudes have that Johnny Bravo. I call it the Johnny Bravo mindset. Hazuli mama. They just approach any and everything. They get rejected. They don't care. They just keep approaching. Well, it's a numbers game. I'll get one eventually. And maybe being delusional might be more helpful. You know what I'm saying? It's not good for your mental health to get rejected that many times, but at the same time, it depends on how you receive it. If rejection hurts you, yeah, it's gonna take a toll on you and your confidence. But if you see rejection that's just one step closer to a yes, it's not gonna hurt you, man. It just depends on how you perceive it. You may take a no as the end of the world. You might go inside and just sit down on the couch, staring at the wall like, man, fuck this, man. I want to die, bro. Another nigga might hear no and be like, he may not be a Tyrone. He may just hear no and be like, yeah, well, it is what it is, man. Next time I just wear better clothes. um, he said women be the pickiest when it comes to guys. He said most men have lower standards. Most women have higher standards. I think that's what. Yeah, yeah. You're right. I ain't gonna lie, women, they standards are pretty high, bro. A lot of dudes. But then I don't know, man. Like I said, a lot of stuff do be internet stuff because when you do go outside, you see average people in relationships. You see rougher looking dudes. I just try not to say ugly, but you see rougher looking dudes in relationships. It seems like everybody kind of what they looks level when you go outside. But I think the people that's outside, and this go back to that social shit, they don't have social anxiety. Their self-esteem isn't fucked up all the way. They're just quote normal. So when you go outside, you see everybody of all kind of looks, backgrounds, and seemingly loving relationships. Like, you're not gonna find all these misfits, all these people in the comment section. You're not gonna see these people clearly outside like that. You're not gonna know the situation, but I don't know. Y'all told me, do y'all see like a lot of lonely dudes outside? I mean, I have seen dudes by themselves, but I don't know for sure their situation. Sometimes you think a dude lonely the whole time. He got a whole wife at home, a girlfriend. I don't know, man. Where this pandemic of lonely men? Where is this shit in real life? Because when you go outside, it seems like everybody has a partner, a girlfriend, somebody. But he said, just for a little insight, women choose the healthiest looking man. And if they can contain him, it's natural and biological. They want healthy offspring. Yeah. So I get that. I get that. I'm not, you're not lying. That's true. And that's basically the most attractive men that women perceive. That's who they want to have the offspring. That's, if they see you as real attractive, they don't mind having your baby. So it's looks do matter the most, but I don't think it's the end all be all. But looks definitely do matter. Like if you over 25 and no woman has expressed or stressed about having your baby or your child, I ain't gonna lie, man. You might be in a tough predicament. You might have to do some you might have to be humble and just admit to yourself you just not conventionally that attractive. Cause women, they like, I'm gonna say they like fine men. They like men they find attractive. It ain't just the healthy shit. I hear what you're saying. BHA. I hear what you're saying. I think it's just more like just the face. That's just number one. Cause a dude could sit around and drink lean all day. As long as he's attractive, girl will give him some pussy. Let's just be honest. His liver's probably fucked up all kind of shit. Or it's gonna be bound to be fucked up soon. He could sit around, smoke drugs. You talking about healthy wise? Like, I don't know. But I hear what you're saying though. I hear what you're saying. Cause let's be real. There's a lot of quote less fortunate looking dudes who are healthy. They got nothing but time to themselves. They in the gym. Why them dudes out here still struggling? Because they don't look a certain way. They don't meet a certain requirement physically wise, whether it's height, they looks, or whatever. Just sometimes even the way they carry themselves, and they'll get no play. But they're technically healthy, like you said, right? So let's be honest. It's not just the healthy look. It's just the face. Let's be honest, bro. It's mainly the face. These motherfuckers in this chat, they probably go to the gym 3 times a week at least, and they ain't hitting on shit, bro. I know what niggas going through. So it ain't just about healthy looking. It's fine looking. Just keep it real. The good looking. It's what women find good looking. I know people like to use Jeremy Meeks for an example a lot when they talk about this kind of stuff. Jeremy Meeks, let's just say hypothetically Jeremy Meeks had, I don't want to say this, but cancer. Let's say he had cancer, leukemia, all kind of shit. Let's just for example. But he still looked the way he looked. Tatted up, sharp facial structures, jawlines, strong jawlines, got the light skin thing going on, tatted up. But he's not healthy. But he still looked the way he looked. He's gonna get more pussy than a dude who's in the gym with a good posture, but doesn't have the same face, attractiveness, if you want to call it that, as Jeremy Meeks. A woman is still gonna choose Jeremy Meeks. I don't know if I'm making sense, but some of y'all know what I'm trying to say. But he said, I've never dated seriously in my 20s so far, and I'm 27. Don't feel bad, bro. I'm the same way. I'm the same way, bro. I'm the same. I've never had no serious relationship. You know, I've only been in a situationship, and I'm not even really satisfied like that. But you know, like I said, at least I mean I can say I've gotten experience with women to some degree, but it's not like no dream type of relationship or nothing like that. You know, but hold on. He said just for a little insight. Oh my bad, I already read that. He said I was there once, never again. So I'm telling you, there is more to what we find attractive than a face. That's what men tend to look at. We are not wired the same. Healthy means you don't look deformed, not a model. Yeah, I mean, you got a point about men being more picky about because I have seen women with rough looking dudes. I think with women, it's just about it's the thrill. Y'all just want to feel secure, safe. Um, it's still got y'all still got to be attracted to the guy in some kind of way. But y'all just want to feel a thrill with the guy. But you may be different than most women. So you probably just one of the small percent of women that's just you're not superficial like that. But I think majority of women, especially nowadays, and especially the ones that's younger, you're probably older. The younger women, they're going off of looks. I'm gonna be honest. Your face got to be on point. So you're probably like 35 and up. You know, no offense, but I can tell by the way you're talking. I could be wrong, but you're probably around 35 and up. You could be in your 40s. But younger women in their prime, they're not going to be talking like how you talking like that. They'll wait till they get a little older, more humbled by life, then they'll go around saying, "Oh yeah, we don't care about face." Da 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 da. Trust me, the younger hoes, they definitely give a fuck. Let some dude they don't find attractive approach them and shit. But he got other good qualities. They gonna shut him down just for not being attractive. Hold up, Mars, my bad. He said, oh damn, I don't see it. I don't see your comment before that, man. Well, I know what happened. I know what happened. Hold up. All right, let me see. He said dudes be going out paying all their rent money for a dirty section to watch lame ass hoes. They can't crack, drink the fake liquor given to them by washed up club promoters. Oh, you said you been there before? He said, I knew some niggas with a gut and they were pulling decent looking women. No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. BHA. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. You're not lying. You're telling the truth, but I think that applies to certain women. Like I don't think that applies to. I'm speaking more like I think the women in the prime, they don't think that way like that. Like women 18 to 24, 25, they don't have that same mindset like that. They definitely care about the face, dude being attractive and all that. I think women when they get more humble, more mature, more older, then they start caring about other features, other characteristics and traits. Go to most women's baby daddy. That's where you gotta look at. Look at the baby daddy. You know, no homo. I bet he a good looking dude. He probably quote ain't shit. At least that's what she'll tell you. But guess what? He was handsome enough. He was fine enough to hit it and get her pregnant in her prime, right? She wasn't worried about all that other shit in her prime. They just a good looking ass nigga that slung some good dick to her. Gave her a thrill, adrenaline. Probably had a bad boy edge to him, and boom. That's who she want to have her baby. And that's not wrong. Hey, that's what they want. Hey, it is what it is. You know? He said, the single events they not showing up, but it's things that are around them that's happening. He said, your blood work can come back perfect, bitches still would pass. Did you go live yesterday? Yeah, just for a brief moment. He said I had a comment. Oh, he said men are not picky. Naturally, men have to spread their seed, and women are choosers. Like, now she got a point. I ain't gonna lie. Men are picky, bruh. Or men can be picky. I did say earlier that men go outside and probably could say, I'm at least I know I can go outside and say most women do look alright. I ain't saying bad bitches. I'm just saying they alright. But I ain't gonna lie. A lot of men are picky, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, she do have a point about men caring about looks. You know, a good percentage of men do care about looks. I think it's the ones that actually could slay. Cause it's like, why would they waste their time on something they not attracted to like that, or something that's busted, or something that's average? They're not gonna waste their time on average women. They can get, quote prettier chicks. They'll look at an average chick like, nah, homie, you can have that. I'm good. But here's the thing: they'll fuck those hoes. They'll fuck them, and then gas their head up, hype their head up, and then boom, now that quote average or ugly chick will think, okay, that fine nigga fucked me. I can get more fine niggas. And then when the average dude approaches her, she's like, I'm holding off for the right nigga. Whole time she just fucking meat. Dudes just look at her as a piece of meat. you know, pocket pussy. And then women, their issue is not getting sex. It's getting a relationship. They can get sex easily. They get frustrated. When you see women come online and stuff and all that, complain about men, it's just because men not taking them serious. The men they want is not considering them for a real relationship. But they see how easy it is for men to throw dick at them. But they turn it down because they just like they get to a point in life that they want something real. But then by that time, the men really ain't looking at them like that. They probably passed their prime and shit. So, women come online, they express their frustrations and stuff. And they take out their anger and they just say, all men are this, all men are that. They're really just saying that because they can't get the man they want. There's a channel on here, on YouTube. I forget the name of it, but it's a black woman, older black woman. She don't look that bad. She look kind of good. But all her videos are like basically bashing men low key. Men are pervs, men are creeps. Don't get married to these men. Da da da. She's saying that because she's at a certain age. She's probably been done wrong a couple times, and trust me, if she was one of these young women out here living it up, she would not be talking like that on the internet. She's saying that because she's washed up now, and she looks good, but she's technically in the dating scene. You know, guys in their prime not going to be looking to get into a serious relationship with her. They might fuck her. That's about it. But a woman who could get niggas she want and all that, and have her way out here and be on that boss bitch shit, they're not gonna be on the internet making videos about men. They don't have time to. You know what I'm saying? Because their reality is different. I forgot the name of her channel. I think I screenshot her. I think I made a community post about it a couple weeks back. But yeah. Anyways, I think I put a link to it. He said no, you right, bro. Men would, you said men naturally have to spread their seed, and women are the choosers. Like, but yeah, you're right. But I think it just depends on the context. You said dating overrated anyways. You got to deal with these young females. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Who the hell trying to deal with that shit? And I see a lot of guys talking about it, and I had been saying this, but with TikTok so big, so people use that platform a lot to express their inner thoughts. There's a lot of guys saying, man, they just are damn near asexual now, bro. Like they like women, but they just like when they look at a woman now, they low key just be like they see stress. They're not even enthusiastic about it. Like I've been feeling that same way, but you'll be surprised. A lot of guys feel the same way you feel. It's just a hassle and headache. And to be honest, and I've seen women say the same thing about men. I guess, the women out there that probably are, quote, different, they just feel like, I just can't do it. I'd rather just be single, da 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 da. But it's a lot of guys who feel that same way. It's really understandable for the guys, man. It's just, because women to sit here and say all this and that, but then your ass get involved with a woman, and her ass will fucking play your ass, play games with you, probably cheat on your ass. Oh yeah, man. That's why I don't be taking everything they say seriously, bro. I don't trust that shit. If you come off as a good guy, nice guy to her, she definitely gonna play your ass. That's why I'm gonna be honest. If you're not like a rugged street guy, if you just naturally wasn't a womanizer coming up, and let's say you pass 25 and you get involved with a woman, just know she probably knows that. She's not gonna tell you. She could tell by the way you carry yourself, your demeanor, your energy. She could tell you're not really her desired type or what she really get turned on by, but she'll just tolerate you. And that's what you got going on now. A lot of women are with dudes they don't even like for real. They just tolerating them to benefit from the resources for a comfortable life. And that's the cold hard truth, bro. And that's up to you. If you want to deal with it, some guys don't care. Like all your men and stuff, they just want a woman in their life. Maybe she might give you sex 3 times a month, if that. Hey, if you okay with that, fuck it. Hey, y'all still gonna have pillow talks and shit, but she ain't gonna be lusting for you. She ain't gonna be fantasizing about your penis, your dick. I mean, if you're okay with that, hey, some guys don't mind sex like that. They don't really care. They just want the other shit, conversation with a woman and all that. The whole time, the thing is though, how would you feel just imagining her fucking the brains or living shit out of another dude behind your back? When it comes to you, it's just about coming together, making money together, you know, building supposedly together. But she's not giving you her raw sexual energy. If you're okay with that, I mean, hey, it's your life, bro. I mean, it is what it is. I ain't gonna judge you, but I'm just saying that to make you, think about that. Like I said, some guys ain't really too hypersexual anyway. Some guys got low sex drive. They probably don't care. But he said women don't like when you judge them by the collective. So when guys say women only date bad boys, women will say it's just the girl you're talking to. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, like my uncle told me on the phone years back, you just gotta watch what women do. Women don't know what they want. That's why you can't take them serious, bro. They don't know what the fuck they want. He said exactly. Most young women care about cute looking dudes. This woman must be on the older. Yeah, she's on the older side. That's why she never came back and said, And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You older women are sexy too, but you're not gonna think the same as a younger woman. Of course, you're gonna sit here and say you care about this and that, and you care about a guy's personality and all that. You may do. But these younger hoes, and in your prime, you probably wasn't even talking like that as well. You just be honest. It was all about a thrill, having a good time. And it is what it is. It's just life. You know? Big Ross and I'm very picky. Yeah, see? Ain't nothing wrong with being picky. Being picky can save your life, man. Well, it can save you, prevent you from being in the courtroom, watching a gorilla bat walk across, looking like I got your ass. She pregnant with your baby. Hey, you gotta be picky. You can't be out here just fucking anything just because you're horny and shit. Yeah, that big linebacker walking across like, I got your fuck ass. Get him, Judge. It's not even a joke, bro. This is real life, bro. There's a nigga in court right now, probably going through that right now. There's a bitch, he got pregnant. He just like, fuck. Nigga got drunk off some whiskey and shit. Whipped his dick out. Now hey, he's staring at fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame, the female version. And that judge slamming that hammer down. Boom. Child support. 18 years, nigga. Oh, yeah. He said men are the chasers and women are the pickers. But it's like nowadays, nobody could chase. That's the thing. It's a competition now of I'm not gonna chase. I'm gonna make you chase. And then the other party is saying the same thing. I'm not gonna chase. So that's why it's a lot of less socializing going on. So you hear people saying, "Oh yeah, I went to the club, I went to the party. Nobody was flirting with the girl. The guys were on one side, the women were on the other side, and stuff." And that's what it is, bro. It's a bunch of main character syndrome that shit going on. I'm the prize. That's what's going on both sides. The men have learned that women don't like dudes that step to them for the most part, unless you really click on all cylinders and check all the boxes. Approaching is a waste of fucking time. But at the same time, women feel like by default they feel like, well, I'm the prize. Men are supposed to approach. That's what's been taught. That's what my mama told me. Da 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 da. Just stand there, look pretty. Guys gonna approach. It's a different day and age, man. Men ain't falling for that shit no more. They know. Well, real niggas know. Real dudes know that if a woman really likes somebody, she will approach. Women do approach. And to be honest, people say it's rare. I don't even think it's that rare. I think it's just rare to the perspective of the person that's saying it. A woman approach all the time, bro. It's just you're not going to see it because you're not living that reality of a man that has women approaching him. He said she must speak from experience. Maybe she ain't good looking. No offense to her. Oh damn. I ain't saying all that. I don't know. He said social media definitely gassed too many mid chicks up. She's black. I might know who you talking about. Yes, a YouTuber. Every videos, she trying to convince her subscribers, which mainly women subscribers. Yeah, don't get in relationships with these men. Don't marry these men. You'll be married to them. They'll be trying to talk to women behind your back, and you trying to keep women single. And don't get me wrong, she's not fully lying. Cause a lot of guys, let's be, I mean, a lot of guys do bullshit, but it's like you trying to keep your woman subscribers single because how you feel about men. You're saying that because you're unsatisfied with your dating life. So you trying to keep other women miserable. A young woman who's pretty, or just any woman, not young, older or younger, they really pretty, and men choose them. You know, they're not gonna just listen to you and say, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna entertain no man because this YouTuber said." Hell no, they gonna go out there and enjoy their life. Have men simp for them or get in relationships, whatever the situation is. They're not gonna sit around and, you know, I'm just stay in the house because so and so said, don't trust these men. These men ain't nothing. Man, that sound like a miserable woman. A woman who got it going on, they outside right now with their friends and meeting new dudes and getting numbers, giving out numbers. That's just what it is. You go outside right now. Go to your local downtown area, to a local plaza where there's a mall or something. A lot of pretty women outside walking around. And they popping their shit. They ain't on YouTube watching no depressing that shit like that. That's miserable woman shit, bro. What if you said there's a YouTuber girl named Olive Oil Run? Nah, this woman is older. She's like in her 50s. She's either, I think she's in her late 40s or early 50s. It's a black woman. You said those single events, you gotta be down bad to go to a singles event. I ain't gonna judge nobody because some people have to go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wasn't born an alpha male and stuff to where they could just sit still and have women come to them. So some guys, I wouldn't go to no singles event, but I understand it. Some people have met their girlfriend at a singles event, so I can't fully like bash it completely, you know. But you never know. You might go and might build a friendship with a girl that and it could lead to something else. You never know. I wouldn't do it, me personally, but you never know, man. You know, 4 guys from this chat could benefit probably from going to a singles event. If I had to guess, you might go to a singles event and walk away with a number or two. You never know. They might not be ugly chicks. They might be alright. He said, Wiz Khalifa was putting a young nigga on game about being in his 20s, dealing with women, and told him not to be lovey-dovey. Yeah, man. So a lot of women in their 20s be using their dad's money. Yeah, that's true. They'll call your ass broke whole time. That's why there was a body camera arrest video that I put in the community post a few weeks back. It was a young chick. She threatened to kill her parents because they didn't want to give her no money. And this girl probably talk shit about dudes, man. She probably call your ass broke. Probably look at your ass like you ain't shit. Whole time behind the scenes, she probably be arguing with her mom. I need money. Nah, nah, nah. See, you'll never do nothing for me. I hate you, Morgan. Leave me alone. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Bitches talk like this. And the reason I know because old lady, her daughter, I see this shit firsthand, bruh. Sometimes, so, especially back then, like a couple years back. I hear them on the phone, because they be on speaker. And I hear how young women be talking. Like women in their 20s and stuff, man. They mom spoiled them and shit. First time they don't get their way. And it's usually about some money. They talking shit. I can't stand you. It's like, and then too many parents be friends with their kids. You know what I'm saying? That's how the shit get to that point. Their moms, they just be best friends with their daughter and shit. It's all cute till it backfires on their ass. And they feel comfortable enough to disrespect you. And it go both ways. Even the sons, like the same with the parents, friendly with their sons. And their sons grow up, talk shit about them to their face. Johnny, don't say that to me. What you gonna do about it? Do so. I dare you. Motherfuckers talk to their parents like this, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Man, shit. I'd be walking around looking like a damn hockey player if I talk to my mom like that. I had that hockey player edition. He said, 18 years, got your 18 years. On 18th birthday, you found out it wasn't his. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. I ain't saying she a gold digger. He said, men are noticing you're gonna get played for the most part if you chase her, not like a lovey-dovey nigga. That's like saying sweet loving things to your girl on the phone, but she fucking somebody while she on the phone. He said, Prince, would you punch the air if you got a BBW pregnant? Y'all gonna laugh, but it depends. It depends, bruh. The face better be a 8 or better. It depends on its different levels of BBW. If it's like just crossing, if it's just crossing the line, the threshold of being a BBW, I probably not gonna put a knife to my wrist and say fuck this shit. I'd probably be like, you know what? If that bitch look like a fat what's her name, Ashanti, I probably could roll with it. If she look like Ashanti that live in McDonald's or something, you know, I might give it a pass. I'm not saying I would deliberately go and try to get her pregnant. I'm just saying if I accidentally got her pregnant, I'd be like, fuck. But you know what? I'll do it, man. Fuck. Yeah, I'll just be honest. You know, I might try to talk her to an abortion. It's kind of fucked up. But if she ain't going for it, if she look kind of cute, all right, fuck it. Hey. But anyways, he said, like I always say, no woman is truly single, especially if she's bad as hell. Yeah. They definitely got a fuck buddy or something. There's no woman sitting around fine as fuck. I've heard people saying that. Yeah, they think the fine woman be, and really, and a lot of them do be quote single, but they dealing with somebody. They're not wasting their good looks sitting around getting dust on their ass. Somebody definitely beating the dust off that ass. Somebody is. If you're a bad bitch, you're not gonna waste your looks and waste your beauty sitting around being asexual. You definitely fucking somebody. Let's be real. I mean, it's only right. It's only right. Not to be no simp, but you a bad bitch. You live one bad bitch life. You gotta get that shit pounded. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing with your life? You know? Yeah, they might be single relationship wise, but fuck buddy wise, oh yeah, they definitely got a few participants. They got a few prospects. He said if she has over 10K followers on social media platforms, best believe she got 100 niggas trying to hit her up every day. Possible, possible. Only about 100. That might be blown out of proportion. But I see what you're saying. But that's I don't, that's a little over exaggerated. 100 niggas. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Now, if you say like 100K and up, yeah, maybe. 10K, those just numbers on the outside. Sometimes that don't mean they getting hit up like that. They might have niggas just commenting on this shit like, "Oh, hey, you're beautiful. Hey, hey." Whole time they might be lonely as hell at the house. You know. Sometimes that social media shit don't translate to real life stuff. You know. Like I used the example before. Especially with dudes, it's different. I mean, you could be a dude, you know, like EDP, that fat guy, the black guy, you know, got caught trying to meet that 13-year-old girl by that group a few years ago. I mean, technically, he got numbers on YouTube, but you would think, well, he could probably use some of this for some pussy, you know, status, right? He has some status. That don't mean shit. That don't make a bitch find you sexy and attractive because you got 30K, 50K plus subscribers. And you know what I'm saying? That's just YouTube. I mean, that's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but that don't really translate to you being sexy. It boils down to the context. Now, if you King 68, the great guy, 6'8" guy, whatever, you make content talking about, you know, having the sauce and having the drip, putting men on game about fashion. You know, it ain't gonna lie. That could translate to some real life sex appeal. Cause you able to look good, play the part, and be a role model to a lot of people. So yeah, that's gonna be. It depends. If you're a fat dude, kind of like, uh, you know, not all that, whatever, but you got the same amount of subscribers, a bitch not gonna look at you and say, well, damn, I need to give you some pussy. Nah, it don't work like that, you know. And I've seen some women, because I be thinking like women got it so easy, and they kind of do, because all a woman could do is just shake her ass for 7 seconds, and that shit can go viral, you know. But I've seen some women, I've seen like low key accounts nobody know about with pretty women that can't seem to catch the algorithm, and they've been posting about at least over a year. I see them every now and then. I see multiple accounts sometimes. I'll go to the account and kind of check. Like, damn, this bitch look kind of good though. So it just depends, bro. Some people just get lucky and some don't. And some girls have said, "Oh yeah, just because we're a woman don't mean we got it easy. That don't mean we just all gonna, you know." And that's true. Like I've seen some pretty women, they cannot get over 200 followers or subscribers, but they look good, and they consistently post. It just depends, bro. It depends, you know. So sometimes this shit just boil down to luck. You have an ugly chick get more attention than a fine bitch sometimes. You get social media. That's the thing about social media. You can get clout just for being deformed. You have a midget with one eyeball going viral because it's like it's captivating, and they ain't doing nothing special. Dancing to Billie Jean. Yeah, one eyeball midget dancing to Billie Jean. Can't even moonwalk properly. Getting going viral. That's social media for you nowadays. He said, I agree, Prince. Like time, these women ain't waiting on no man, especially if they're on some fine shit. Hell, even the mid ones ain't. He said, you right, bro. LOL, all the depressed people in the house, especially during the summer. He said, do you mean the YouTuber who collabs with Queen Maker? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't go that deep into her content. I just seen videos of her talking by herself. She does most of her videos in the car. No, go to my community post. I literally made a link to it like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. It's somewhere in one of my recent community posts. Um, he said the pretty girls are fucking, but they don't commit to dudes. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, especially the younger ones, especially the younger ones, and that's where a lot of good guys who are younger. It be the good guys who are quote good looking, but they don't have that bad boy edge to them where they really understand female nature. They get played by the young hoes. They good looking enough to get attention from them girls, but they'll get played. So you got nice guys who might have been raised like mama's boys. They raised real proper. They're a little more on the softer side, but they got the looks going for them. So they'll get play, but then they'll find out the hard way that these girls ain't princesses and stuff. It's not a Disney fairy tale. And then they'll realize you gotta have an edge. It ain't just about being good looking. You gotta have an edgy, uh, appeal to you. And those dudes that get their heart hurt, man. Those are dudes you see, you know, they buy the girls flowers and stuff, and they probably got a good family at home and stuff, but they haven't learned the hard way yet. They haven't really been hit by the cold, brutal truth of the game yet. But they'll get hit by it at an early age. Cause the young hoes, they don't fuck around, man. They getting that dick somewhere. They don't want just one dick. They sleeping with the whole football team. And she'll present herself as all classy to your face and stuff, but they young. That shit only gonna last for so long. You know. Unless your ass can get hit by a brick to your face and don't even know what hit you, you'll never find out. You just that fucking dumb and naive, but most dudes go through some kind of heartbreak at an early age, like between 18 to 20, 20, 23. Yeah, man, girl cheated on me, man. She was fucking my best friend. These girls get around, bro. Anything that's cute, they trying to fuck. I'm gonna be honest. Anything that look good to these young hoes, they trying to fuck. You know. So that lady in my chat earlier, yeah, she's saying some real shit, but she's older. So she's not gonna look at it the same way as a young chick. And she said, oh, it's more than just looks. We don't just look at the face. Yeah, that's cool. When you get older, you become more mature. Or, you feel like it's the pretty boys are overplayed, da 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 da. Nah. Chicks in their prime and shit, they trying to fuck every dick they see that look good to them. Anything that look good, they trying to get some of that dick. That's most young bitches, bro. I'm being honest. But he said I can't stand. He said too much competition on the algorithm. Yes, there's a lot of competition too. So I can't stand when a woman is in a relationship or married, but she continues to seek validation from me. And when I give her no attention, she comes off with a harsh ass attitude. Like, bitch, I'm not the one you with, nor fuck you into having kids. He said, yeah, I know which chick you mean. She wear a whole lot of makeup. Yeah, I forget her name. She got like braids. She got braids and stuff. Yeah, she be telling her women subscribers, yeah, y'all need to leave these men alone. Don't even talk to these men. Don't get in relationships with them. Just stay single. It's like she may be. It just comes off as her being bitter and resentful from her experiences. It don't really come off 100% genuine. She could be trying to be helpful, but it comes off as like you're bitter and you just hate men. you know, and truth be said, it's a fucking YouTube video. They're gonna watch it, feel good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then once the video's over, they gotta go back to the real life. Let a guy show them some attention, especially if they're not a dime piece. They're probably gonna consider it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're older and the dude look okay. They're not gonna sit inside the house using their fucking toy all day because your ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just go inside, get you a toy. you know? I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, women over 40 and stuff, like, I'm gonna be honest, they will entertain some shit as long as you look okay. Some women do be lonely. Like, they're not a bad bitch. If they're like a 6.5 and below, they'll entertain some shit. They definitely want some attention. I don't care what they try to say on social media. First time men getting some attention, they make their whole day. Oh, you look beautiful, Miss Brenda. Oh, Oh, thank you. She'll be smiling every time she sees you. She's smiling. Hey, yeah, I know how to flatter them older women. What you about? 30s, 35? No. Man, I'm about 43 or 45. I'm saying I'm purposely guess her age way lower, but not super low to where it's obvious. I'd be like, oh, dang, that's crazy. That's all you gotta do is, that's crazy. Every time she sees you, she gonna be lighting up. That's just, that's easy game for an older woman. At least to flatter her. You said on social media it's fake as fuck. It is. He glad he got his heart broke at 16. No woman is celibate, guys. The only celibate they're doing is selling a bitch a lie. You say, yeah, they'll definitely entertain you by the time they hit 40. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna take these dogs out real quick. I'll be back. Give me like 5 minutes. Y'all can come up with some questions or whatever else in the chat. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Take the nasty ass dogs out. I don't want to start rambling. Dog took a shit, took fucking a diarrhea looking ass shit. In this neighborhood, we gotta pick that shit up. It's at the old house. I could just fucking let them out the backyard, let them bitches do what they do. I ain't gotta clean up after their ass. Fucking hate walking dogs, bro. Hate them little roof looking ass bitches. Anyways, he said, I see your subs came back to your channel. Yeah. Just had to take a few days for it to restore. At first, I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to start from ground zero again, which I wouldn't have minded. It is what it is. I don't really care for numbers anyway. I don't even take this YouTube shit serious. But I was thinking it was kind of fucked up if they did take all my subscribers. But it took like almost 5 days for them to really restore my subscriber count. Yeah, man. He said co-workers in the healthcare fields be fucking each other. Shit, let them fuck. Shit, I'd be in on it too, if I could. Hey. It is what it is, man. This dog is so nasty, bro. I hate these dogs, bro. I'm trying not to hate. But goddamn. Can y'all hear me? I mean, this pot pie right now. I don't know what y'all want to talk about, man. What y'all want to talk about? Anything happened in the news recently? Anybody got some dates? Some numbers? I don't know. So she for the streets, especially if she has a kid, but barely post them. That's a city norm 304. Yeah. You know what's crazy to me though? You got these quote good looking dudes, right? Dudes who, it's like if you're a player, if you're a Mac Daddy, getting bitches, let it be what it be. Pretty much what I'm saying is, come online parading and happy and showing everybody, yeah, look, man, this bitch was on me, man. They'll make content talking about some, see, when you a handsome dude, women, they'll chase you. It's kind of like, bro, that should be normal to you. Why you acting like this is some new revelation you just found out? You know that saying, act like you've been there before? Now, why are you acting like a child, bro? The woman posted, that's what they supposed to do. By default, by nature. Why are you getting all excited about it? I never forget Sinful the P, he passed away, but he said in one of his live streams about that, like, men getting excited. Like, she supposed to suck your dick. She sucked my dick. Like, bro, if you that nigga, she supposed to suck your dick. Now, I can see if it's a nigga that is a late bloomer, a misfit, or he's struggling, he finally gets some. Okay, yeah, let the man show some excitement or whatever, man. But if you ain't new to this, you true to this, why the fuck you acting all excited like a little child? Yeah, man, girls do this. When you handsome, girls do this. When you handsome, girls do that. Scooby-Doo looking ass. You're supposed to do that, motherfucker. So that tells me men are valuing this stuff from girls because maybe it is hard out here. And they low-key know that. Or they trying to throw it in your face. You trying to throw it in everybody else's face because they know a lot of dudes low-key ain't got it like that. I don't know. It's like, if you used to that, why the fuck are you getting all excited about it? Well, you uploading the video online talking about shit. She supposed to give you her number, motherfucker. She supposed to come up to you and give you an excuse to talk to her. You're a good looking guy. The fuck? I don't know. I don't think you understand where I'm coming from. He said, oh yeah, I meant to ask, did you hear about Dio Whisper? You talked about getting locked up. Oh, he got locked up? Oh. Damn, what he did. He put hands on somebody. He beat somebody up. He said, Prince, I tried to give Black Pill Villain another chance last week, and he said hit it from the back and make that nanny smack shit in the first 2 minutes. Man. I feel you, bro. There'll be certain people you'll watch. It's like, yeah, you kind of fuck with the content. You want to fuck with it, but it's just like the delivery and how they do the videos. Kind of like, I just can't do it, man. Like, Savage he talks about real shit. His shit, some shit like you gotta really be feeling fucked up in the moment. Or you just gotta put this video on while you're doing something busy. Like, we just sitting there looking at his videos from your phone with your phone in your hand, only focused on that, you'll be tempted to want to click away at some point. All right, man, I heard enough. His shit gotta be some shit just playing in the background while you washing dishes or something. I don't know. Some people would be hard to listen to after like 10 minutes. Yeah, I heard enough. It's all, just repeat the same shit. Every video sound really the same. I mean, he say some real shit though. I'll give it to him. But every video really sound the same. He said, apparently it was about that T.S. Madison chick. He was making threats on that Country G pod, and that got him jammed. Oh, well, they was beefing. Dude said he was pulling his locks out during the bond hearing. Oh God. Yeah, he'll be alright. That nigga like 6'4". He ain't got nothing to worry about in prison or jail. And them gay dudes, they'll whoop a nigga ass. They'll whoop a nigga ass, man. I don't want to fight no gay nigga, I ain't gonna lie. They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose and everything to prove. That's like a light-skinned bitch. I don't want to take it there. Never mind. I was gonna take it there. I ain't gonna say it. So he got out recently. Yeah. Yeah, man. This week I got some spiritual assignments to do, man. I gotta do shadow work I gotta right my wrongs. I gotta dig into my ancestry, go down my family trees and stuff. I got a few goals this week as far as spiritual stuff. You know, I'm going to work, do all the regular shit. Regular. Being in the system, man, shit you gotta do. But I got spiritual goals, assignments to do as well. Just for myself. I don't have to do it, but I need to do it. If you feel me. I want to call anybody I feel like I ever had something against or with, and pretty much quote make it right. Hold up, y'all. I gotta call somebody back. Hold up, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm back, y'all. Yeah, I'm back. So shit, what do some of y'all do spiritually, like to spiritually elevate? We done talked about the bitches and all that shit. We'll get about 10 minutes talking about some spiritual shit. Cause I got like a mixture of subscribers, bro. I got subscribers who like hearing the spiritual stuff. You know, I say the majority care about um the more the like the woman stuff, 9 to 5 workplace. And I got a lot that like spiritual stuff too. So, what do some of y'all do? I like to learn from anybody and get insight on different people's uh you know knowledge of things. What do some of y'all do? What are some spiritual practices or beliefs y'all have? You know. All right, I'm gonna say it like this. I'll put a question out there. I could tie in the spiritual thing with the woman stuff. Make it fun for some of y'all. Do y'all think this stuff is spiritual? Do y'all think some of this stuff is spiritual? As far as men's success with women, do you think there's a possibility that there could be a spiritual connection with that? Some people say nah, it's strictly just genetics and looks. Some people think it is a spiritual thing. I don't know. What do y'all think? You said I tried going monk mode to the best of my abilities. Yeah, that's good, man. I do believe isolation is perfect a perfect condition to be in for you to really grow. I mean, just any spiritual wise, mental wise, whatever. The best way to grow intellectually, spiritually, you have to isolate yourself. You have to cut out and cut off distractions and stuff, you know. And that's the thing too. A goal of mine is like taking 2 hours out the day at least to have my phone out of my hand, to where I'm not looking on my phone, looking at any type of form of entertainment. And it just sit in silence, man. You don't even gotta sit still and just think about shit. Just practice like sitting in complete silence. Don't even think of nothing. Some people are scared to be alone with their thoughts or just alone with silence. And I have undiagnosed ADHD. You know, I overthink a lot. Sometimes when I am binge scrolling, I think it's because I'm looking to put my focus somewhere else instead of myself. You know, so, but I'm aware of that. But I do spend a lot of quality time alone to myself as well. I talk to myself sometimes, actually a lot. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I talk to myself a lot, and it may be looked at as weird, but that's that's a new perception people have formed throughout the years. That doesn't have to be weird. That's just something, you don't want to do that out and about for people to see you, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with talking to yourself or talking to your spirit, talking to your higher self, talking to your higher mind. That's how you're gonna be able to tap in. If that's weird to you, then you'll never tap in. And that's all praying really is. Really praying to yourself for real. Talking to your spirit. You're just a placebo. You'll think, you're talking to this or that. But you said both spiritual and genes. Yeah, yeah, I could rock with that. So the thing with the woman, the who decides who get to have all the sex and stuff with women and stuff, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I think it is some spiritual stuff behind that, man. I think it's some spiritual stuff behind that. You said talking to yourself means you got internal. No, no, no. I mean, that could be a form of talking. That could be a certain form of talking to yourself. That's probably more in the unhealthy way of talking to yourself. I mean, like, I see what you're saying. I mean, like, actually talking with attention, trying to find out something about yourself. You know, I mean, you don't want to be having full blown conversations with yourself and shit. But I mean, it's nothing wrong with speaking to yourself. But if you already have in your head it's weird, I mean, I can't really convince you. Cause I see where you're coming from. But nah, I ain't talking about just sitting around just all day, just having full blown one-on-one conversations and shit. you know. You said writing manifestations down, grounding, and trying to alter day fast from food. Oh yeah. Yeah, fasting shit powerful, man. It's hard, but I ain't gonna lie, fasting is hard. That's something that's been weighing heavy on my spirit throughout the years to fast more. And that shit's hard. I can do semen retention. That fasting shit. I don't know if I got parasites. Some days I can go without barely eating anything. Some days I was like, I can't. I gotta eat every 20 minutes, bro. It feel like I'm just constantly. I be thinking I got some parasites or something, bro. I don't know. But it's one thing to not purposely fast. I mean, like, let's say you don't think about fasting, you just go a day without barely eating. I'm talking about, but to tell yourself, okay, starting at this hour, I'm going 24 hours without eating. That's a whole nother level, bro. To intentionally go fasting is is a a lot of self will you gotta have. That take a lot of self will. That shit ain't easy, bro. You said, yeah, write manifestations down. Yeah, that's good. Write the manifestations down. Shit. I never got big as like all this astrology shit. I'm just now getting into astrology. I thought the shit was kind of goofy. I thought that's just like some feminist shit or the numbers and all. But I ain't gonna lie, nah, that shit, it's really some power behind these numbers, bro. And then even your zodiac sign, like I ain't gonna lie, this coming from a nigga. I thought that shit was kind of goofy, but I'm even just looking into my own shit. You know, you said I check myself about stuff. I might think, damn, she ugly. Shut the fuck up, somebody for everybody. I talk to myself about that. Oh, okay. You talking about for spiritual purposes? You feel like that's a level of maturity you're reaching? It's not calling people ugly and stuff. Yeah. That's good, man. Because at the end of the day, this shit really don't even matter, bro. When it's all said and done, this physical realm is just an illusion. This shit, when you die and all this, you gonna realize this shit was just a bunch of events that never really took place for real. The shit that you thought that mattered, like all this stuff about looks and stuff, it's just shit people are hyping up. They're giving the energy on social media. It's becoming a norm, but this shit don't matter, bro. If somebody's quote ugly to you, like you just let it be what it be. Like, how is that affecting your life? Somebody's ugly. I mean, let's just put money in your pockets to crack jokes with somebody. Outside of that, like, there's no point in judging people for real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no wrong with having humor. I'll crack jokes here and there, but it's like, man, at the end of the day, I could really give a fuck how somebody look for real. They for the most part, they can't help how they look. We can't help how we look. We just look how we look. Whether you feel like you look good or you ugly, like how you look is how you look. You just gotta learn to embrace it, accept it, and deal with it. And at the end of the day, this shit really don't matter anyways. Unless you're so caught up with the physical, which I can't blame you. You feel like it's affecting your love life. You're affecting the attention you get from the opposite sex. I mean, yeah, it was gonna make you feel some kind of way. So I can't just say don't care about it at all. If you want to enjoy your physical life down here, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, looks do take you a long way in this world. But you can get to a point where this shit don't even matter for real. That's why I say I don't even judge. I don't judge crackheads. I don't judge drug addicts. I don't even judge gay people, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want nothing to do with that shit, but I don't even judge their ass, bro. It's just like, who cares, bro? Like, You said, oh, okay. You saying it's not a weird thing. Okay, I read your comment wrong, bro. I read your comment wrong. All right. I thought you were saying, talking to yourself was internal dialogue. Like, dude, bro, this is weird to have internal dialogue. Okay. So you understand. And I felt like I could read your energy, man, through your other comments. I thought you was on a spiritual level of understanding. But, I thought maybe you thought shit was weird still. But yeah, okay. He said, I talk to myself at work sometimes. Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, everybody somewhat talks to themselves. I mean, like, even on a deeper level. You got to talk. If you believe you got a spirit, talk to your spirit, bro. And look, I'm going to tell you this. And it may be meant for some of y'all to hear. Your spirit might want you to talk to it. Your spirit might want... First of all, you got to be aware that your spirit is part of you, but it's still apart from you. Like, it's still a whole nother entity, but it's you. If that makes sense. And your spirit knows everything. Your spirit is the spirit of truth. Like, your spirit is... Everything about you is in your spirit. Your spirit knows everything about yourself. So you got to talk to your spirit if you want certain answers to your life. Now, when you're going to get that answer, I don't know. And how you're going to get it, I don't know. But I'm just now finding this stuff out for myself. So that's why I'm relaying the message to y'all. Like I told y'all, I literally was talking to my spirit about lust. Like, lust, porn and shit. I just want to know. I don't even know if it's a shit. I don't even know if the shit is that forbidden and bad. But I'm like, what's the deal with this lust stuff? I had that conversation. I was in the grass, a few nights ago. And then, like I said, just a couple nights ago, I had a vision, bro. A real life vision while I'm wide awake. Old lady was doing my hair. And I kind of dozed off, but I was awake and I seen two big booties, two big asses, and I seen a snake in the background peeking at me from behind the wall. Now, I don't know what the fuck that meant. I've been trying to figure it out for myself, but yeah, shit literally came to me clear as day. You know, the snake was just looking at me with this plain look, just peeking at me from behind this wall. Now, why would a snake be looking at me from behind the wall after I just seen some big asses? And the camera kind of panned out, like the view panned out from the woman and kind of zoomed in the distance. And I see the snake just looking at me. It's a green and yellow snake. I'm telling you, bro. Talk to your spirit, bro. But he's the only NPCs lack an internal dialogue. That's why they get jammed up and don't reason things out with themselves. He said maybe you should do a parasite cleanse. I'll think about it, man. And that's really just what fasting does too. Fasting is gonna do all that. It's gonna flush all the toxins out your body, physically and spiritually. Why you think the monks fast? Whether they do it intentionally or not. That's why they constantly on a higher level of consciousness, on a higher frequency. Your physical body is dense. It's vibrating at a low level. When you fast, your physical body shuts down. And when you gotta think, when you go to sleep at night, your astral body, your spirit, it travels. That's what the dreams and shit is. You know, and the reason you're able to do that because your body is shut down. So the same thing applies when you're wide awake. When you fast, it's gonna pretty much shut your body down. And when your physical gets shut down, your spiritual can come more to the forefront. So that's the spiritual slash scientific reason for fasting. You know, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't follow that Jesus stuff no more. But the Bible still has good examples. I mean, Jesus himself fasted 40 days and stuff, and that he was able to reach a high level of consciousness and even, you know, talk, be closer with the Father and all that. But you're pretty much like Jesus. Like your spirit came down to a human body. Because I was explaining stuff to the old lady the other day, and as I was explaining to her, I'm like, oh shit, because she was asking me that I told her that some people think God and Jesus are the same person. I've had pastors tell me this in the past and stuff. You know, and I used to think like, okay, but I think Jesus is God's son. That's for a whole nother topic. But like I said, I don't really care about that stuff anymore anyway. But then I was explaining like, oh, God put himself in a human body and experienced the human life through Jesus. And I'm like, hold up. And as I was talking, I'm like, hold, that's what the fuck we are. We are spirit inside of a human body, having a human experience. It's like the same concept. I had to kind of stop myself. Like, oh shit. So like when you're reading about Jesus, you kind of damn near reading about yourself. But now fasting definitely is all spiritual traditions. They fast. I mean, why you think they fast? For the reasons I just explained. You said I can go until like 4 p.m. without eating, then I just go ham. He said I go ham and cheese. He said yes, people that are unaware of their conscious self and might lack them. I usually call them NPCs. Their lights on, but nobody's home. I think there's certain people here just space fillers, man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I was talking to my brother on the phone the other night. Like, man, because he's the only one around me that I could probably talk about this kind of stuff with. Like, there's literally nobody around me. Like my brother on my dad's side. And I remember like in 2020 when I first started looking into like metaphysical stuff, occult stuff, and other stuff, higher consciousness stuff outside of Christianity. He was trying to reach me. He thought I was leading to hell or something. Like, oh, and I understood where he's coming from because I used to be like that. So I understood him. And I'm like, nah, man, I've been doing my research, man. I don't know about that Christianity shit. This just for me. I'm not whatever you believe in is cool. So then, like a year later, he started looking more into metaphysical shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Yeah, we talked on the phone the other night. He my younger brother, but he stepped outside the house. He was with his girlfriend, but he stepped outside to talk to me on the phone. We talked on the phone for about an hour. Good conversation and shit. But why did I bring him up? I forgot what I was saying. No, I think some people down here just space fillers, bro. Cause not a lot of people care to hear this kind of shit. Like I don't know. But he said do an aura cleansing bath. Yeah, I've done those before. Matter of fact, I did one recently. I took a spiritual bath recently, but I feel like it's other shit I need to do. I kind of feel like I'm doing it in vain. I feel like I need to do some other shit before I really do that spiritual bath again. He said I've been on that astrology shit for decades, but I keep it to myself because it get weird and piss people off. Yeah, I just started getting more into astrology, bro. At first I was like, man, I was like, man, I didn't completely, I wasn't trying to be completely ignorant to it, but I was like, man, I don't know. I thought it just like mainly girls be into that shit. Oh, I'm a Pisces. I'm an Aries. Cause I be hearing old lady since I've known her. And she's an Aries. All these, she be sending me Instagram reels about Aries. I'm like, I don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking more into my shit on for spiritual purposes, not just for personalities. People read their zodiac sign for why they act the way they act. But I try to look at the spiritual side of it too. Like, you know, I just found out about a natal chart. It's called NATAL, natal chart. You type in your birthday, and then if you know it, you might have to ask your parents the exact time you was born, around the exact time you was born. And then you put that information in, and then boom, and then see what it tells you. And that shit was on point, man. Like, and that explains it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The shit I was reading, I'm like, damn, I've been going through this shit. I'm like an empath and all this stuff. And I've never used these words before, but I am like an empath. I'm very in tune with people's emotions and shit. Um, I can read people real well. I'm very in tune with nature. Um, I'm in touch with my feminine side. I know it's not to sound gay, nothing. But if you understand the feminine energy and the masculine energy, you understand where I'm coming from. Like, you gotta be in tune with both energies to really elevate spiritually. It's the yin and yang. Um, like the stuff I was reading, man, was on point. But let me see. What up, Lil Beezy? He said, do you think some dreams are from another life or another body, like an animal, insect, etc.? I think it depends on whatever dreams you are experiencing. I mean, I've never dreamed anything from an insect or anything like that. But if you had something similar, maybe it is. I don't know. That's something you have to find out for yourself. I can't really tell you that. Because I dream every night, especially now. But a lot of times, I said earlier, I be forgetting my dreams when I wake up. I remember some because so much be going on, but I forget them. And I be trying to think, is it because I'm not doing the right stuff when I wake up, or is something swiping my memory, bro? Because I be thinking it could be both. I don't know. Because the dreams I be having, it be people talking to me. And I've talked about this in the past. The first time I had, 2014, I started having dreams where there was a voice talking to me. Because, I was doing more spiritual stuff, but I didn't know what I was doing back then. But since I was tapping into that frequency, I started opening up the different channels and shit. And I have voices talking to me. Like the first dream I had where something was talking to me. And I'm gonna be honest, I was living my life not even worried about spiritual shit. And I heard a voice speak to me in my dreams, bro. That's how I know the shit just came to me. It was a porn. It was about porn, man. And this was back in 2014. And the dream told me basically, like, hey, if you go to this site, you're gonna experience hell. Now, it didn't mean you're gonna go to hell. Verbatim, it said you will experience hell. I remember it clear as day. And it was a deep voice. And it was talking to me throughout the whole dream, but the only words I remember was at the end where it said, if you go to this site, you will experience hell. And it sucked me in and woke me up. And I was 18 at the time. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, that shit spooked me out. Cause I was watching porn at the time and shit. Had just got back from Las Vegas with my stepdad. Had won a dance competition back then and got to spend a weekend out there for free. Had VIP access to a particular, event or whatever and stuff. And the very first night I come back home, I had that dream. And that shit, oh shit. But I have dreams. I had plenty of dreams of voices talking to me and shit. But he said, what are some stuff you know about astrology? I never went into it, but deep down I feel there's some truth. Of course, you got grifters online that benefit off miserable women, but that base stuff is true. That I'm just now getting into astrology, bro. I'm just now looking into that stuff myself. You know. He said the Western astrology puts people in a box. That's why I don't. That's why I don't. In the natal charts are just about you. He said I did one on my past lives birth chart. So I told you, Prince, you didn't even believe me, bro. I'm one too. That's why I know what you've been going through. We talking about the empath and all that. He said she's an Aries. Now I see why you're going through hell. That pure fire right there. Yeah, so look, I ain't even studied her shit, bro. I mean, she done told me so much shit I forget. I'm an Aries. Where this? I'm an Aries. Where that? I mean, I got tired of hearing that shit. This is why I ain't give a fuck about that astrology shit. I was like, man. Oh no, I'm gonna say zodiac. I ain't give a fuck about the zodiac signs. Like, man, like I said, she kept bombarding me with these fucking Instagram reels and shit. Yeah, Aries. If you're Aries, these are 5 signs. Oh my god, here we go again. But when I was born, matter of fact, when I was born, I'm like partly 2 different zodiac signs. When I looked into my shit, I ain't gonna see my birthday, but basically the sun was crossing over to the next whatever you call it. But I was born like past 11 p.m. on a certain date. So I'm like this zodiac sign with another one, pretty much coming in. So they call me like a cusp, a CUSP baby, a cusp baby. You know, you're kind of born right in between where one's transitioning to the other, to the other. But he said, yes. It's funny you mentioned the natal birth chart. I was gonna tell you to do one of those, but that you'll only get it if you read it and know your true self. Yeah, I just did that shit this week. He said, yes, the divine feminine is a powerful entity. It is what witches of today serve and is roaming the earth currently. I mean, the quote creator could be a feminine energy if we just be honest. And I told my brother on the phone the other night, you know what I'm saying? Cause we be feeding off each other and stuff. And he be understanding what I be trying to say. And I'm like, it will make more sense that a feminine energy created this stuff. Now just get out of it. Now, I get it. If you're a man, you just despise women of all kinds of stuff. You ain't trying to, I understand. But you're looking at it from being upset with the modern woman and dating shit. We talking about just the divine mother type shit. Like, it make more sense to me that a feminine energy created this shit in a man. I don't think a man, I could be wrong. I just don't feel like a man would know how to create a woman. I feel like a woman would I feel like it's make more sense if a woman created a man. I know it sounds crazy, but I just feel like a man kind of came from the feminine energy. I feel like a feminine energy started all this shit. Because everything comes from a woman. You look throughout nature, everything is birthed from a woman. So that shit, it's the same thing could apply for a universe. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe more of a male energy did create this. I don't know. But I just feel like a woman would know what a woman would want and would create that for her. I don't know if a man would know how to make a woman type shit. You know, in the Bible they say, "Oh, God took the rib out of Adam, made the woman." I don't know, man. I don't believe in that shit anyway. But he said, "Crazy message telling you experience hell was in your lower chakras or whatever." He said, "I had a dream a few hours ago that told me to throw away a shirt I stole." Damn. Yeah. He said, I hear voices in my head. They counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. He said, we spiritual gifts and talents. He said, I died in over and over again. He said, Yeah, some people say some placements in the chart are the reason why you might look good or bad. For real. So Gnosticism says for Sophia, yeah, Sophia is the great divine mother. That's what the Gnostics believe. And she gave birth to Yaldabaoth, who pretty much created this world that we see as our physical world today. Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth. Yahweh. You know. Said Sophia had a bastard child. She was ashamed of it. Tossed it to another side of the universe. And that entity looked up and despised, his mother and the creation above. So he created his own physical dense world, which is his earth. So pretty much everybody praise and worship him and give him energy and stuff, which, from his angle, and it's just mythology, you know, from his angle, you can't even blame him, bro. you know, the dude already felt outcasted. So like, shit, I'm just gonna make these people worship me. When Sophia put the divine spark, which is the soul, inside a human, you know, and that's the only way you'll know that there's a higher power than Yaldabaoth. Tap into that soul. You come from the divine mother. So you got the spirit. The spirit is energy. Spirit never dies. Energy never dies, right? I mean, they tell you that in science. So that's why when you die, that's why people know in the back of their mind, you have to go somewhere. Something has to stay alive inside of you. Just your physical body is gonna be dead and decayed, but that energy inside of you has to go somewhere. But it's just people have these debates and curiosities as to maybe where exactly are they going. But your spirit is what electrifies you. Your spirit moves you. You know, without your spirit, your body's just useless. But your spirit and your body work hand in hand. You take care of your body, you take care of your spirit. You take care of your spirit, you take care of your body. As a matter of fact, some of you, and I have anxiety and other shit too. And it makes sense. You may have bad anxiety because your spirit is uncomfortable. You thinking it's just some medical shit, some surface shit. It's some probably deeper shit going on. Just by you not being in your right spiritual path is already making your spirit uncomfortable in that discomfort to where your physical body is affected by it. So over time, you're gonna have these elements come throughout your physical body and not understand where it's coming from. Your spirit is screaming out, I'm not at peace. And you may not even know. It's not even your fault for real. You may be brought up in some shit. You don't even believe in this shit, or I don't know. I'm not saying this apply to everybody. I mean, I don't know. It could, but especially if you got spiritual gifts and you don't use that shit, I ain't gonna lie. I think that shit backfires on your ass. Whether you agree with it or not, you probably gotta suffer regardless. And it might not even be your fault. You might be brought up in a religion where they teach you to look outside of yourself and to give all your energy to something else. When really all the shit is really already there inside of you. You know? So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I said, all this stuff could be bullshit what I'm saying, right? I know, I know what I'm leaning towards and stuff. We all got our own beliefs and shit, perceptions. Me and my brother though, we like, man, look, I'm gonna get y'all insight in our conversation. I might record one of our conversations one day. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm trying to get my soul back from Jesus. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I know it sounds crazy to a Christian right now, me saying that, and I get that, you know. But when you get outside of that box, you can see where I'm coming from. I gotta get my energy back from that shit because I was brought up in that. Even though I don't follow that shit no more, but I still could be somewhat attached to it because I've given so much energy to that in the past. I want to make sure that shit is completely apart from that before I disappear from here. Because your consciousness is gonna go with you when you die. And I don't want to be met with, because I did my research on that stuff, bro. Nah, I don't want to be met with that. Man, I'm just stop. I'm just stop there because I know some people. This gonna sound like I'm the devil talking, and I get it, but I don't believe there's one divine energy. So Yaldabaoth wants that loosh, that loosh. The archons, his little archons and conspirators working up under him to drain your energy. And the thing with the spiritual shit though, I feel like that's why that's why you be in stressful situations and stuff. You can't get your life together. A lot of the times it's like something wants you to worship it and to give it attention. Whether it's no matter what you believe in, I ain't gonna lie, I think a lot of stuff out there, if you subscribe to it, you're constantly gonna be in a state of need. You know, I feel like until you tap into your own spiritual power, you're gonna be struggling, man. I'm like, why shit always go wrong? I mean, look at, yeah, I go to church, I pray, da da da. Most church people are broke, and it shouldn't even be that way, right? It shouldn't be that way. But it's like it's just a big energy harvesting. You give your energy to something, and it's kind of like it gotta keep you suppressed at a certain level to where you're constantly dependent on it. Because if you get quote rich or free to a certain level, you're not gonna be worried about giving praise and worship and all that stuff to so-called God and all that. Like you just not. So it's kind of like you gotta stay at a certain level of humbleness. But let me see. Yeah, I was born on the cusp too. The last day of Scorpio, the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. Hey, that's what's up. He said, but your main, which is the sun, for example, if it's the Aries, it's just the beginning. You also have a moon, Venus, Mars, Uranus, and Pluto sign, also a rising sign. So I believe we lived in many different centuries, meaning that I might have abused power in many lives or I silenced because of my spiritual gifts in many lives. That's why I've gone through a lot. I started thinking about that too, the whole past life shit. Because I didn't know how to feel about that years ago, like past life, whatever. But I think it might be something to it, man. And that's another thing. You might be struggling too because there's something in the past life. It has to balance out. You might be dealing with some kind of karmic energy in this lifetime based off of something in the past life. You know? So whatever you do in this life, if the whole reincarnation thing is real, whoever the next body your soul goes into, depending on how you live this life, they might got to go through what they go through based off what you do. I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. But from what I studied, you can escape the reincarnation trap and cycle once you get to a certain level of consciousness. You don't got to come back to this shit. But most people, they're just going to be recycled. Now, I ain't trying to come back. I ain't going to lie. Even Tupac said his biggest fear is reincarnation. But look, the thing is, only reason I speak on this because we all gotta die, bro. At the end of the day, once you lay down at night and it's just you and your thoughts and stuff, and you're not outside, distracted by all this noise and stuff, society has for you and all that. The truth of the matter is you gotta die, bro. There's no escaping the shit alive. Like, I just want to make sure my spirit right to the best it could be. If you never tapped into anything spiritual, man, it's like you're going to have to meet that spirit side once you die. You got loved ones that passed, and they wasn't worried about this stuff. Just imagine what's probably going through their head once that moment they crossed over, man. They probably wish they could tell you, like, damn, man, like, you just never know. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking that. But I'm gonna be honest. I want to get to a point to where I could channel. I can speak to the people on the other side. I want to get to. I want to be able to read people's minds. Not like some super X-Men type shit, but yeah, kind of like along the lines of that. I'm already pretty good at discerning and stuff, reading people's energy, but I want to go like deeper with it. Um, I want to be able to heal people. Um, you know, and I know it's on me. I know the power is on me just from even following Jesus and stuff back then. Like just for me, I've made a grown man cry before, just telling him stuff. Really, it was just my energy though. My energy I presented to him broke him down. He cried. I just was using Jesus and stuff, but it's my energy. Because somebody else could approach him with the same stuff, he probably wouldn't have felt that effect. But it was me. You know, I got certain power on, I guess some kind of certain power in my voice, and it touched him at the right time. So if you got spiritual gifts, man, really look into that shit. But I gotta go, y'all. I gotta get out of here. If you know, you know. This was a good talk, man. Good talk. I might leave the live up. I don't know. So you got me thinking about the energy thing. When you die, I gotta go somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, I screenshotted it, man. All right, man. Well, bro, all y'all, man. Jamon, Prince want to be like Professor X. Yeah, man. And that's all the superheroes and stuff. Like the occult scientists, they come up with those characters, bro. They studied the occult. That's how they're able to come up with these characters and these heroes. Avengers, X-Men, Justice League. A lot of that stuff is real shit. Back then, in the days of ancient Egypt, you can go anywhere and travel to any place you want to go to inside your mind. Like you can go from one planet to another planet. You can go from one area to a whole another area, one country to a whole another country. It just people have lost touch with that. They got spiritual amnesia, you know. But yeah, that's why when you watch movies, you gotta watch it to learn. Don't look at it just as entertainment. You gotta learn from that shit. What is it telling you? There's a deeper meaning behind what you're watching. Entertain, you know. Entertain yourself. But anyways, entertain as far as like like go within and look at it from a different set of lens or whatever. But I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get out. I'm out.